Okay. Sorry. I wish you had said that like 5 minutes ago. But yeah, my microphone was deaf. Well, my microphone was on, but I had it muted in OBS because I have to mute it when I'm recording other things so that it doesn't pick up my laptop microphone when I don't want it to pick up my voice, because it just like automatically grabs that even if I don't have my microphone set up plugged in. Okay, well, I just said like 10 minutes worth of things about the chat window and about how we were going to be using Na and Morgan. This is already like the most scuffed stream I've done in like 9 months. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Hello Snow Warning, thank you for coming. Hello Mr. Bushranger, thank you for coming. Thank you for letting me know that my microphone was off. So today we're going to be doing a showcase of the DLC chapters, because we're already at the end of the game anyway. We've already beaten the game with this team, but I want to start doing endgame and post-game content. And what I found is that doing Priam's Paralog to get access to the longbows is going to be nearly impossible with my team. It's almost as difficult as Apotheosis. We just cannot do it with the team that we've been using. So I'm just going to be showing off some of the DLC chapters, getting like the skills and alternate classes and things like that. Excuse me. And since we're going to be doing that anyway, I decided I'm just going to take a look at Na and Morgan, who have been sitting on the bench, and see if there's any possible way for me to train them into usable units. I think it shouldn't be impossible, but I do wish that I had taken Morgan and made her into a mage instead of making her into a sorcerer, but it's fine. We can get her Tome Breaker and she can work the way that she looks right now. I also bought a bunch of cheap weapons for most of my units to spam, because some of these battles are going to be pretty easy compared to what we've been doing so far. So first of all, we want to look at Champions of Yore 3. Here is a list of all of the DLC in Fire Emblem Awakening. By the way, I love the fact that because people don't want to watch my Demon Bluff videos, YouTube's algorithm just hallucinates the idea that this means that nobody wants to watch any of my other videos, even the Fire Emblem videos that people do want to watch. So we're probably not going to get very many viewers today because YouTube's algorithm is just absolutely whack. Hello, Asya Schaefer, welcome to the stream. You liked Swordmaster and Fates? It's nowhere near as good in this game, unfortunately. In this game, Assassin is just a better version of Swordmaster. But it is pretty usable. Hello, Sigurd, welcome to the stream as well. Seems like a lot of people like Swordmaster, which is really it's really unfortunate that Swordmaster is not very good in this specific game. Welcome to the stream, Sigurd. How's everyone doing today? Anyway, this is Champions of Yore 3, and in here you can get all stats too. So there's actually a couple things that are worth mentioning in this chapter. For one thing, it's actually pretty easy, so we're going to look at it. The enemies in this chapter are only level 15, and it does not scale to your difficulty mode, which means even if you're playing on Lunatic Plus, you could clear this chapter pretty easily. And the reward for beating it, you get a copy of All Stats Plus 2, and you can give it to any unit that you want. All Stats Plus 2 is like pretty incredible. It's essentially just having the value of a plus 2 damage stack skill, except you also get plus 2 speed and plus 2 to your defenses. So it's just all around a really, really extremely powerful skill that you can get for basically free. So yeah, it's quite good. You could run this chapter. So here's the problem, though. Here's the reason why I don't like the way they typically handle DLC skills in these games. In order to get enough copies of All Stats Plus 2 for all of your characters, you would have to run this chapter like 10 times. And then by the time you're done running this chapter like 10 times, your units will be wildly over-leveled, and it completely breaks the curve for a no-grinding challenge. So it's like you kind of have to either not do the DLC at all or do it like 10 times and then become super over-leveled. I wish there was a way to just do the DLC one time and then you could give the skill to whichever characters you want. In my opinion, that's the way it should have been handled, but my opinion doesn't count for very much. Okay, she has a beast killer, so we're going to try to get rid of her with one of our Gale Force attackers, which is going to be you. I would like for... she already has... so these two already have their capstone skills. All of my Gale Force attackers already have their capstone skills, so it doesn't really matter who we use for this, so I'm just going to use these two. You're going to run over there. You're going to hit them. We can one-shot them very easily. And then we have Gale Force, so we can just run back to safety. Alright, let's see what's next. This mage here is the only person who targets this square. They have 37 attack. Can I get Morgan over there or not? 35, 24 speed. We have enough speed. Okay, you go over here. You're going to pair up with your father. Sure, that's fine. I'm going to go over here. I just remembered she doesn't have a Dragonstone, of course. Why would you have a Dragonstone? Okay, you're going to come over here. I didn't do anything like to pair up my units as the way that they should be effectively paired up either. Okay, you're going to go over here with your mother. You're going to go here. We're going to put you in the lead. Just a basic flux tone. And we're going to wait right here. And that's going to allow Morgan to get some experience. This tile is only targeted by Marth. He's pretty fast, 23 speed. I think you can handle it. Yes, especially with the Long True pair up, which you now can't get because I already used him. Let's give you this pair up. That's fine. And she doesn't have a spear because why would I give her a spear? That wouldn't make any sense. Why would I give her a spear? Nice. We're off to a great start, guys. Okay, and then what about over here? Ellenwood? You're the only person who can target that square. This is a really good example of how, when you lower the difficulty mode, I actually become significantly worse at the game, because I just don't really care about what's going on and I don't focus on what's happening. I'm actually just going to have you two run back over here. I could have them kill another unit, but it's just not necessary. In these DLC chapters, one of the things that makes them go extremely slow is that every single character has like a quote. So every single time you fight every character on the map, they all have like something they want to say about it. And it just makes these battles take even longer. But yeah, because my characters are like wildly over-leveled for this battle and it's super easy, I'm just not really caring enough to try it, to like actually try to use strategy or play or clear it with good skills or good strategy. And it's actually making the chapter way harder than it needs to be. You managed to get to Chapter 7 in Lunatic thanks to my guides, and you love hearing me go in detail about my strategies. Oh man, I'm working on a script right now, and I have been, what's the word? Going off on a tangent, like, so much. It's ridiculous. Like, the script is 5 times as long as it needs to be already, and I'm only on Chapter 5. For the video that I'm working on. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the sections where I go off on a tangent, on like a really long tangent, and I'm just going to remove them to like a later point in the video and just like split them up. So it's like instead of talking about something for like 5 minutes, I'll actually talk about the chapter that I'm playing, and then I'll talk about something for like 30 seconds, and then I'll take the other 30 seconds and then move that to the next chapter, and then the next minute and move that to the next chapter. So it's not just like me constantly talking about stuff that nobody cares about. Because as you might imagine, people don't actually care about that. Alright, 35. How much can you take? Not actually that much, unfortunately. We need to get rid of you. Well, actually, you're a staff user. We need to get rid of you. I wish I'd done that last turn. Can I get over there at all? Yes, okay. I can get over here. I can get rid of you. Wow, you're actually a little tougher than I imagined. Don't do that. I can get rid of you with the iron bow. Okay. That should limit the number of characters who are attacking these tiles. Yes. That should allow me to use Na. She needs a speed pair up. I want to get her some experience, so let me pair up with her father. Perfect. Unfortunately, I can get crit here, but I can actually prevent that by having Robin just move right here. So by having Robin stand here, that gives me the Solidarity aura. Even though Robin's in the back row, I still get Solidarity. So I can move here. Now the enemy has a 0% crit chance against me. I can allow not to get a kill and get some experience. Completely safe. Nice. Almost a full level from that. Okay, who can target this square? It looks like it is just you. Let me give you a more enticing target if I can. And then you two... I'm just going to have you run back. And get ready for the next round. Okay. And you two can get rid of this enemy, because I can imagine them being a problem next turn. When your Gale Force attackers can actually one-shot things. Why am I not using the Mana Keep class? I just didn't want to buy a Dragonstone. I sold all of my Dragonstones earlier. And it doesn't really have any long-term viability, because it has lower stat caps compared to a true endgame class. So as a result, I just didn't really feel like it was worth using. Okay, where's my Gale Force users? Come over here. I want to get rid of this, actually. This is more important for me to get rid of. I guess we're doing it with an Iron Lance. Yeah, Manakete has lower stat caps compared to every other promoted class, and its unique skill only works if you stay in the Manakete class, which makes no sense. You're not going to want to do that. So, unfortunately, there's just no real way to make it work. Should be fine. Just need to get rid of these two. Definitely not going to have her fight Ephraim. You should be able to. So as a result, you just want to get them over to like a better class as soon as possible. Not there. Again, I have to get Robin here, but this should be fine. Get rid of that crit chance. You can take 24 damage, and then you can kill her, even with a bronze sword. Once we get to D-rank swords, this training is going to become much smoother as well. And she has really good growths, so she should gain useful stats pretty quickly. Everything here looks fine. I'm just going to send you over to this village. And I can't remember what's in the villages. We're going to find out. Must you warmongers smash at others? Smash at each other even at this ungodly hour. Here, take this and finish your folly before you wake me young'uns. Miniature lights. Okay. I think the way these villages work is they're basically just they're like an extra shiny spot that only gives loot, instead of giving like other potential things that shiny spots can give. And the actual shiny spots, I'm not sure. They might just give everything that they can normally give. Okay, so attacking a sniper as a flying class with a 2-range weapon is a very interesting decision, but you committed to it. I commend you for that. Hello, Sir Winston the Fourth. Welcome to the stream. Awakening lacks a good 1 to 2 range sword. Yeah, that's another big problem. We don't even have like a Kodachi in this game. All we have is the Levin sword, and then you can actually get Ragnell, which is a 1-2 range sword. You get it from Priam's Paralog, but you might only get 1 copy of it. I'm not sure if you can buy or find more later on. It might be something that you can only get from like a DLC chapter. I'm not sure actually. Let me look at that. If you can get multiple copies of Ragnell, it wouldn't be too bad. But I think I think you can't forge Ragnell. I'm not sure about that either. But if you can't forge Ragnell, unfortunately, that hurts its viability a lot. Although it's still pretty powerful. It's a 15 might 1 to 2 range sword. I mean, that's pretty strong. Okay, you can get it from Infinite Regalia, but other than that, the only way you can get one is from Priam. So if you want to use Ragnell, you would probably want to use it on, what's his name? It's not Laszlo in this game. He has a different name. It's, why am I drawing a complete blank? Hold on a second. I can find it very quickly. Inigo. You would want to use it on Inigo with an Arms Thrift build, probably, so that it never breaks. That would be like the only way to get like a 1 to 2 range sword user. I could send her over here for some easy experience, but I actually want to send her to the left so that she can actually fight things. So I want you here. You two back up. And then I can give this one to Morgan. And that should be level 2 sword. By the time we finish this training arc, we might have a second sorcerer, and then we'll also have a sword master, which we've never really had before. Which is kind of cool, I guess. Okay, come over here. Here. The problem is we actually don't have good para partners for any of our Gen 2 units, because we have all for some reason we just ended up with like all female units. Maybe we could do a stream where we make a bunch of 2nd gen male units and then we start pairing our 2nd gen units up. That would be kind of cool. Level 3, Myrmidon. We're only going to be going to level 10. We're going to promote pretty much instantly. I got to do something about that crit rate, but there's no way I can lower it as much as I need to, so I'm just going to use this opportunity to train Noir. Because we have to get her to Beaufair as soon as possible. Actually gave her the Soul Cadi in this game. Alright, you two are going to get rid of this mage. This really shows the value of just having a good Gale Force attacker. She has Celica's Gale, and we take like no damage from her. That's funny. Yeah, this shows the value of just having a good Gale, like one good Gale Force attacker. You can do things like that. Oh, there's a mage with overlapping attack ranges. Just run in, kill them, and run back out. It's that easy. Robin, get over here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's plan a future stream where we set up like a bunch of Generation 2 units. I think that would be fun. We're kind of at the point where like if we're gonna beat Apotheosis, we're gonna be doing it with grinding anyway. I don't think we're gonna beat Apotheosis with no grind. So we might as well just start getting a team ready for it now. Can you one-shot them? Nope. Okay, Robin needs to be here. Oh, Lonku hasn't been using like a silver bow this entire time. Let me check on that. I'd love a strength level up, please. Okay, steel sword, that's fine. Nice crit. I think you actually get Micaiah after this chapter. I think you unlock her as like a DLC unit. I don't really like using the DLC units. They're basically just versions of Robin, but you don't get to choose their boon or their bane. They just get like a random one. Well, it's not random, it's predetermined. Oops, I meant to pair up with Noe. That's fine. You get like a predetermined boon and bane that you're kind of stuck with, and most of them, I would imagine, are not as optimal as like the 4 best boons and banes that are actually worth using. Alright, so we're over here, we're doing this. Unfortunately, these DLC chapters don't have like any story at all. The story is just like a bunch of people show up and then you fight them. Alright, let's see what we get here. What in all of Talus is going on? An army, they've come to kill us. Woe, woe to us all. Here, to take this and spare a poor fool's life. I'm begging ya. Oh, free Dragonstone. We could have stayed in Manakee, but unfortunately it sucks. This is why you unpaired them. I was too lazy to unpair them. I knew that was going to happen, and I just did it anyway. That's fine. Alright, we should be able to give this boss kill to Morgan, maybe? What do you think? We want Robin standing up here. Shit, he has 1 to 2 range anyway, so there's no reason to fight him at 2 range. Oh yeah, Morgan can get this kill very easily. I'll use Arc Fire here just for accuracy. In fact, I'll just use Elwind for perfect accuracy. There you go. Nice. So when you complete this chapter, did you see that, Bay? Gods bless you, Crom. You did it again. All my calling cards back safe and sound. You made this gray old man so happy. Ah, yes, now here's that special tome as promised. Use it wisely. Thanks, Hubba. I'm glad we could help. We'd best get headed back to our own. Wait! Yet another vision.
What?
You can't be serious. The future again, but you are not there this time. Oh, it's so dark and horrible. It's the other Outrealms. After you abandon them, death is everywhere. These other realms have their own Einherjar, you see? And no one like me to keep them. I've never read that word out loud, by the way. These phantoms have taken on lives of their own and started great wars.
No.
We have our own great war to fight back in our own world, Hubba. Yes, and defeating those other Einherjar will help you in that struggle. I foresee gold, experience, legendary weapons, and heroes, but that's not all. Why do I feel as if I'm being sold something at a market? Alright, old-timer, how do we reach these other Outrealms? Glad you asked. It's easy as pie. Merely return to the gate, choose an Outrealm, and I'll guide you from there. But I should warn you, saving the other Outrealms won't be quite so simple. How do you mean? You may have to fight the same soldiers more than once to truly defeat them. The Einherjar come back to life, you see. They're stubborn that way. Let me guess, it's something to do with these unique time continuum things.
What?
Why, yes, how did you know? Do you have the gift of foresight as well? Perhaps you have also prognosticated what we must do to stop them. Defeat them repeatedly and weaken them, and I can seal them back in their cards. Oh, sure. Best the greatest soldiers in history over and over again, no problem. That's the spirit, and don't worry, I'll be there to help. With useful advice, at least. Here's a sample. Within their own worlds, the Einherjar believe they are real.
Right.
How is that knowledge in any way useful? Well, I mean, perhaps in matters of diplomacy, or dinner conversation. Never mind. Hopefully, you'll find this card more advantageous. This is Micaiah, the Priestess of Dawn. Lovely, isn't she? I hate to give her up, but a deal's a deal. Here you go. Take her before I change my mind. Alright, so we get Micaiah. She's literally just a Robin clone. She's just a female Robin clone. You have to, like, watch this whole conversation. I'm just gonna skip it. I'll just recruit her just so we can look at her. And we get all stats plus 2. That's the important part. Now, unfortunately, you have to replay this chapter over and over again to get a bunch of copies of all stats plus 2. I'm definitely not going to subject you guys to that. I would never do that on stream. That would be insane. But yeah, here's Micaiah. She's a level 12 Dark Mage. I think she has Shadow Gift. Yeah, she has Shadow Gift and Rally Luck, which doesn't really matter that much because she's a Robin clone. We can send her into any class. I'm not going to use her. We could if we want to. I can actually tell you exactly which stat modifiers she has, if you're curious. So Micaiah, she has +4 magic, +2 speed, -3 luck, -3 defense. She's plus magic, minus defense, which actually looks pretty sick as an endgame stat line. Because her only negative mods are luck and defense, which don't matter at all. And she has positive magic and speed. It would make the early game a lot harder, though, to have a huge negative defense modifier. But it would be really great for endgame. Anyway, she's just going to go onto the bench. For all stats +2, I think the best candidates are probably someone like Noir. Someone who I know is going to be very useful. And I think she's lacking good skills. Let me think. What does she have? She has skill +2, which is like fine. Prescience is like not that useful. Solidarity is okay. It's not really that useful for what she's trying to do. Anathema, she'll probably eventually get Anathema from her partner. Rally skill we're not going to be using on her anymore. Or really at all. Bowbreaker's not that important. Yeah, I'm going to give her all stats +2 so she can hit a little bit harder. Be a little bit faster. Be a little bit more tanky. So let's see what this looks like. So this is what all stats +2 does. There you go. Now she has +2 strength, +2 magic, +4 skill for some reason. Oh, because she still has +2 skill equipped. 37 speed, 22 luck, 36 defense, 15 res. And that's how all stats +2 works. It just adds it onto the unit's bar right there. So now she has a +4 damage stack. Once she gets Bowfair, she's going to have a +11 damage stack, which will be pretty nice. Let me go back to the DLC page as well. The next DLC we want to do is called Lost Bloodlines 2, and it's where you get the Dread Scroll. Before that, let me get caught up on chat, because I have not been reading chat. I'm doing my thing. This is one of those days where I'm just not looking at chat. I'm sorry, guys. Hello, Casey Cat. Welcome to the stream. The DLC villages give random stuff. You've gotten everything from a second seal to a versus knight. Oh, okay, so it's just like a full treasure pool. That's pretty cool. Bush Ranger, you can't forge the legendary regalia weapons. Yeah, I didn't think so. But you'd have to use Inigo for it. Hello, Kuro. Welcome to the stream. Am I going to spam all stats +2 and limit breaker on everyone? I might eventually do it, but if I do grind for those, I'm going to do it off stream. I'm not going to make you guys watch me play through that chapter 15 times in a row. I just wouldn't do it. Shrekweon, welcome to the stream. What are the best 3 classes in Awakening? Sorcerer is definitely the best. I don't know what the other ones are. Falcon, like, keep in mind, so Kuro says that Sorcerer, Falcon Knight, and Wyvern are the best. I think, yeah, Falcon Knight's pretty good, actually. That's a pretty good call. Casey Cat, you do minus defense when you're planning to do endgame DLC. It makes early game a pain, but you welcome the challenge. Yeah, exactly. It's really good for endgame, but it's not that good for early game. If I was going to explain the top 3 classes, I would probably do it in a video, which I will probably eventually release. But I'm very slow at editing videos, so you're going to have to wait a while for that one. Iron Jar, if you're not wrong, it should read as Ein Hair Yar or something like that. Yeah, I'm not going to say that, but thanks for the information. S. Sius Schaefer. All stats +2 is for the +2 skill. What Rally Spectrum is for rally skills. Yes, okay, I see what you're saying. You phrase it in a very strange way, but I understand what you're saying. Your personal, Mr. Bush Ranger, your personal top 3 classes are Assassin, Sage, and Berserker. I think Assassin's really good. I think Sage is really good. I think leaving Sorcerer off the list is pretty criminal, though. I think Sorcerer is the undisputed #1 class. After that, there's a lot of good options that could be 2 and 3. It would basically be like Assassin, Sage, Falcon, Wyvern Lord, Berserker. They're all up there. Paladin is in the discussion if you want to count like pair-up classes as well, not just like lead classes. A lot of people are like so fixated on only discussing lead classes, but pair-up classes matter too. And Paladin is like the best pair-up class. So let's find, what are they called? Lost Bloodlines 2. So Lost Bloodlines 2 is another map that should have around the same difficulty, and you can also get a Dread Scroll. I don't know if we're really going to do any Dread Scroll stuff, but if we set up like a Generation 2 type thing, maybe we'll use a Dread Scroll on Inigo and get him Aggressor, so he can be a super hard-hitting Guild Force attacker. That would be kind of awesome. This map is a little bit bigger, but it's essentially the same thing that we just did, just fighting a bunch of like level 15 to... well, there's a couple of promoted enemies. So the enemy power level is a little bit higher, but it's not really that much worse. There's a bunch of units. Are these green units or blue? I can't even tell because of the color palette. It's really weird. I think these are blue units. And then there's like a bunch of green units with us. And our army is split into 2 groups. But other than that, it's not really that noteworthy. We have the same exact unit cap, so we're just going to use the same units. Honestly, I almost want to bring out another staff user. Let's clear out her inventory really quick. And I'm going to give her the rescue staff that I have. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should bench someone and send another staff user, but I don't know. I don't know who I would bench. I'm kind of using everyone here, either for training or for actually being used purposes. Let's actually split up our units in a way that makes sense this time. Excuse me. Yeah, unfortunately I spent most of this morning in bed, and I got up like just before it. Well, I got up to make breakfast, and then I laid back down. And after I laid back down, I absolutely did not get back up again. I just stayed in bed like until pretty much like 30 minutes before stream. I very quickly tried to set up a good chat window setup, but it was dubious. I need Lunku over here. We have Lunku over here. I want Robin over here too. Severa and Noir up here. Do this. I think this should be fine. I don't know why they start these units all the way in the bottom corner. This is like good enough for an easy DLC chapter that has no story and no challenge at all. You think Warrior is top 8 as well? Warrior's pretty good, yeah. I don't think Warrior's top 3, but it's definitely in the top half of classes. Dark Knight is cool, but it sucks so much. I agree with that. Yeah, bows. Any bow using class has like at least a little bit of extra value. I don't like these green units being with us. They're just going to waste our time. The one good thing about these green units is that if you want to come here and get Aggressor early on, you can maybe let the green units handle the battle for you. Oh, look, it's Quan. Cool. Check it out, it's Quan. Arvis. Requisis. Deirdre. Ira. She's Ira in actual genealogy is way stronger than this. Arden. Lewin. Again, Lewin's way stronger than this. Sigurd. And Ethelyn. Cool. Oh, I thought this was a village. Okay, we don't even need to stand here. Alright, let's just start setting our units up here to deal with the other enemies. I believe they gave us an uneven number of characters. Of course they did. Why would they give us an uneven number of characters? That wouldn't make any sense. Oh, these green units are honestly getting on my nerves very quickly. They're very quickly getting on my nerves. The only thing that they're accomplishing is just blocking my view so that I can't see what I'm trying to see. Alright, you pick up this kill. Then I should be able to have Lucina. Kill you. There's one killer lance. I gave her a killer lance instead of her traditional wing spear. Alright, now we kind of have to move around a little bit. I think these mages are the only ones who can hit those tiles. Okay, so do I have a unit who can take 75, let's say, magical damage? Probably. Maybe not. God, these green units, the only thing they're accomplishing is just blocking my view. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. My god, this is annoying. How fast are they? 24, 26. They don't have any wind tomes, do they? Thoron and Arcfire. Okay, we'll just have Crom do it. I cannot imagine what they were thinking. Putting green units all over the map that just like melt, like blend together with your units and make it very difficult to see what you're looking at. Okay, we're gonna have to fight an entire army here, but it'll be worth it because we'll get the Dread Scroll. I believe in this game, so in Fates, the God, what is he even called? It's not Witch Hunter in North America. It's something else. Give me a second. Classes. Dread Fighter. You can tell I just like woke up like right before stream today. Okay, sorry. So in Fates, I think Dread Fighter is sword, axe, and shuriken, maybe? But in this game, Dread Fighter is actually sword, axe, and tome, which is a little bit weird because their magic... I can't remember if their magic growth is even any good. So it's very strange that they would give them like tome access, and it just doesn't matter because you can just use hand axes and short axes instead. Wrong page. Okay, I want to send Lucina somewhere over here to enemy phase something. After this, we're going to be going to get... I don't know if we really need to do Lost Bloodlines 3. The only thing you get is Paragon, which we don't really need. It might be worth showcasing it, though, just for people who want to see. like what it is and how to get it and where to get it. Waste. I think waste is double attack, right? Yeah, I'm definitely not enemy phasing him. So we can either do a spear or we can do Katarina's bolt. Katarina's bolt is a little bit scary. She has 43 crit. Like I think I can take Harden though. The only thing he has is a normal spear. If I stand at the edge of his range, oh, I can't even get up there. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Nice try. Keep in mind we are doing this with like E rank and D rank weapons. This would be much easier if we just used our expensive weapons, but I'm saving money because you don't actually get very much money from doing this. You really don't get very much money from beating these chapters. So if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna have to do it in like the cheapest way possible. It's actually kind of noteworthy that they don't give you like any money, like any monetary rewards at all. And there's no bullions, so the only thing you get are like the items that you get from these villages. I'm gonna have to send someone up there to get that too. Alright. I want to get rid of Etzel and Katarina as efficiently as possible. The problem is they both have 2 range. Silverlance gives me just enough to one-shot, so that's one problem averted. I don't know what to do about Etzel. Let me see if Lucina can take him out. Not in any meaningful way. Well, no, she can't even take the hit, in fact. We have to use Cynthia for it, but then someone would have to rescue Cynthia, but she can't rescue herself, so that's gonna be a problem. Come over here. Let's just clear out these enemies and create a safe place for characters to stand. Get rid of Minerva. Yeah, this would be the point where having a silver bow would be very nice. Is Acrobat broken? As Naive Skitty mentioned, Acrobat is Trickster, not Assassin. But in this game, sorry, it's Assassin in this game. Sorry, it's Trickster in this game, not Assassin in this game. But what I was trying to say was, it's fine, but it's usually not worth going out of your way to get, especially because you can just put your character into like a flying class most of the time anyway. But it's really nice to have if you can have it. But there's just not very many characters who want to go into Trickster, and typically if you're going into Trickster, it's to be a backpack unit, which means you're not going to be moving over terrain because you're not going to be moving at all. You're just going to be paired up with someone, and you're not going to be getting a lot of experience, which means you're not going to get Acrobat anytime soon. I think if Acrobat was a level 5 skill, it would be very worth considering on a lot of builds, but getting to level 15 in Trickster just to get Acrobat is just the cost is way too much for what you're getting. It's just not worth that much. It's not even close to being worth that much. One, two, three, four, five. I have basically 1, 2, 3, 4, not really 5 actions available, because she's not going to be able to kill something, I don't think. I'm going to have to run away here. But I don't know the best way to do that. I can't even guarantee to kill this guy. I mean, I have 93% chance, higher than 93% chance to get this kill. It's worth just grabbing this while I'm here. And then my green units are probably going to do a bunch of crap, which is going to mess with my plans. But let's just let the green units handle it. If I had stronger weapons and I was bringing my best units, I could probably do this, but it's not going to be easy to do with our current setup. And then, oh crap, I forgot to get Lucina to a place where she can actually be safe. She can go down here and be fine. This could allow my characters to reunite with the right-hand side as well. Okay, let's deal with Mycen. He's got 20 speed, 46 attack. I'm pretty sure Robin can just take him. I've been wasting Arc Thunder Tomes. Big misplay. Need to get over here. I don't know if Mycin will even attack Robin, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah, it seems like they really like attacking these green units. What just happened there? Does he have Vantage Plus? No, sorry. I was looking at my brain just was naturally thinking of Marth as being a protagonist. And I was like, how did Marth strike first there? Okay, here we go. Mycin does attack Robin. So we should kill this guy. Actually, we needed the dual strike, even with a silver axe. Our Robin is very behind on levels, so they kind of need training in this training arc too. Now we're quickly getting overwhelmed, but now our green units are going to get a chance to do some work. I don't really care if they steal kills or steal experience. Oh, cool! A Gale Force Archer, and he got 2 kills. That is awesome. That is incredible that they included that in the green unit pool. Who is that? Oh, it's Jamka. That is so cool. Even in so, if for those of you who have not been watching the genealogy playthrough, which is kind of like 95% of my subscribers have not been watching it, Jamka is like one of my favorite units in that game. He's like an extremely deadly player face killer. It's so cool that they actually gave him Gale Force in this and made him extremely deadly. That is like so fitting for Jamka's identity. Okay, so the problem is now we can't efficiently pick apart these enemy formations because the green units are just going to constantly be causing problems and preventing me from doing what I want to do. So I'm going to... I can't... There's no way I can kill Hardin. Well, I can enemy phase him, but again, I can't guarantee that he'll attack me because he might just attack Arbus instead. Let me find someone that I can kill. Can I kill Etzel? Probably not. I mean, maybe if I do something like this. Silver Bow, go into the convoy, get my Silver Lance, maybe. Killer Lance, Gungnir. I'll just use Gungnir. Even Gungnir doesn't do that much damage. I just need a dual strike. Luna combined with a waste is absolutely nasty, by the way. Alright, so I should be able to fight Malice on enemy phase. So go over here. Items. We need to enemy phase you, and we're running into a very big problem right now, which is that these two characters are quickly being backed into a corner. I also can't get away from from Hardin and Legion this turn because their ranges overlap. Well, we're just gonna have to back into this corner. There's nothing else we can do. Okay. I almost feel like if I just put Sari here, she'd probably survive on this fort, but I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to break out the calculator. Mr. Bushranger, you think Acrobat is really good for your staff bots, especially in Apotheosis? Sounds cool. Sounds interesting. Yeah, again, I think it's useful. I just don't think it's worth going out of your way to get in a no grinding situation. If you're allowing yourself to grind, then you can probably find a way to just get it. Can I get over there and fight this Rex Caliber guy on enemy phase? Doesn't look like it, but I can possibly draw someone this way. Well, no, because it would just be Malice, who I've already drawn this way, or who I'm already drawing this way. Maybe Arc Thunder I can take. Problem is Lone Q's res is horrifically bad. And for Morgan to get over there, it wouldn't make any sense. These enemies are actually pretty strong. It's weird that this has the same difficulty rating as the other chapter, but it's very clearly way harder. Alright, let me just start consolidating my units in the center and try to figure something out. I don't even have a hand axe. Why don't I have a hand axe? That makes no sense. 51 damage. Minus 10 is 41. Speed. It's extremely fast. I mean, Lone Cougar fight him. And then these two, I moved them way too far away, and now they can't kill anything this turn, which is a big mistake, but at least I can get them back over here. Together with everyone else. I guess I'll just visit this village while I'm here.
Hail, traveler!
A beast stone. Cool. Okay, so Marth won't even attack me, which means I'm gonna have a bunch of red units to deal with next turn. The good thing is at least the green units are making them spread out. Sniper with longbow and acrobat on top of a mountain is a major troll in this game. That sounds really fun. And you know I love snipers. Absolutely love snipers. Okay, so I feel like these red units are going to start moving to pin my characters up in the top left corner. And if they start doing that, I'm going to have to rush over there fast with all of my other units. They are... Okay, they're going right. That's good. That means I can hopefully get out of here. I have no idea how I'm going to get rid of Harden either. The best I can do is 16 damage with arc fire. That's not even close to being enough. What does he have, like? His rest isn't even that good. It's just my magic is horrible. Oh, Tiki. Can I take her? Not at all. She is a massive tank. Okay, I think what I need is for Robin to... first, sorry, I have to fight these two on enemy phase. Let's just get her over here. How much damage are they going to do to her? 52 plus 53, that's a lot of damage. $105. She's going to take 65 damage. She actually survives, which is wild. I should have given my characters better equipment. I was massively underestimating this map because the tooltip showed it as having the same difficulty as the previous map that we just played. And that is absolutely not the case. This is way harder. Okay, how does your combat against them stack up? Pretty good, actually. With a bow, I might be able to do something. 27. That doesn't quite kill. The problem is if I go here, I can guarantee the kill, but I take 27. Well, I'll probably dodge this. That's fine. Okay. You've never seen Jamka do that before? I mean, he's definitely never done it in Genealogy, that's for sure, because he did not have Gale Force in that game. Yeah, that was pretty epic. That Jamka, he just, like, completely popped off. Oh, there's something I wanted to do today, too. There you go, 5 gift memberships. Let's see who gets them. CJ. Welcome to the membership. Daisy Debug, welcome to the membership. Vokui, welcome to the membership. Nakanoman, welcome to the membership. And 8 Nemini, welcome to the membership. There's 5 gifts for you. I don't know how these characters are going to get away safely. We're very quickly running out of territory. Yeah, this is going pretty poorly. This is going pretty badly for me. How do you 3 footlocked units get to safety? That's a good question. Okay, we can pick up this kill, and these enemies don't really threaten us, at least damage-wise. The problem is Miracle. I have to deal with a 26% chance that they just randomly get to survive. Okay, it didn't happen. Could have happened, though. And then you are a Bolganon user. Okay, hold on a second. I can deal with this. So go like this. You kill here. That's going to proc Gale Force again. And then there's a problem. I'm leaving these two in range of these two. They cannot take it. Yeah, I think I screwed this up. I mean, I can do this. This is kind of wonky, but I can do it. The only thing is, I don't know if Garneth can just kill one of these characters either. He might be able to. We're going to find out pretty fast, aren't we? Okay, you come over here. I want you to... Oh, Rex Caliber. That's disgusting. Okay, Kron. How much speed do you have? 19 speed. Kron, I want you to fight this Rex Caliber. Noe and Lonk just need to get to safety. I kind of need all of these characters to get to safety, but none of them can. Okay, well, in theory, at least. Yeah, there's actually, like, no safe place for them to stand. This is bad. I guess I have them run over here. Problem is neither one of them have water walking, so they cannot get away next turn. And if these units start moving down here, which I suspect they are going to, that's going to be really bad for me. What I can do is I can fight this Silver Lance. I'm not fast enough to double, but maybe Lonk is. Yes, and he does kill. He's going to take some damage in the process. But I guess I have to take it. Oh, good, I can't get back over there now. Perfect. It looks like I can stand here, though, for some reason. The flyer doesn't quite reach there. The problem is now I've got a foot locked along Ku, which is also a problem. You know what? It's going to be more valuable to have my flying capability next turn. I'm going to do this. I'm slowly picking off the weaker enemy units, but I'm getting overwhelmed by the stronger ones. Okay, that's good. They went after Saria, and she can't enemy phase them. So that gets rid of two of the most dangerous units on the left side. Now we just need to get our units back over to the left, and we should be okay. I might have to use another rescue staff for this, in order to pull those two over the river. These two right here, because there's no other way that they're getting out of here safely. There's absolutely no way they're getting out safely. Wow, we can't even kill this guy. With strength +2, we do 2 damage. Epic. I want to make sure this hits, so I'm going to go Elwind. Now I have to get rid of Garneth as well. He has Vengeance, which is disgusting. I don't know how we're even going to get rid of him, much less do it in a timely fashion. Because if I hit him, I'm going to take an extra 13... I'm going to take... Well, I can take that. I can take the damage. I guess we go like this. We really hope to get it to Dual Strike or Aether Proc. Now we rescue these two to safety. Okay, we should be fine now. And yeah, these green units are absolutely not going to carry this battle for you. So you cannot come here until you have a team that's ready for it. Good to know. I'd like to rescue the other village at some point in time, but when am I going to have time to do that? I could grab it right now.
Oh.
A steel bow, that was absolutely not worth it. That was the most not worth it anything has ever been. Okay. We can deal with this character now. Pull them over the river, and then Saria should be able to fight you. In fact, Robin could probably do it. Don't waste Arc Thunder charges when I don't need them. This should be fine. Okay, you go here. Robin here. I would love to have that hammer. Don't know why I'm not holding it. Oh, nice crit. Yeah, unfortunately, Robin's experience gain has massively slowed down. Oh, we one-shot too. That's cool. This is why I mentioned, like, even... So I talk about how, like, I don't like to do things because they're not fast enough or efficient enough in a no-grinding context. But now we're starting to see where even if you're allowing yourself to grind, a lot of things just aren't worth doing because your experience gain slows down so much. Like, imagine how long it's going to take Robin to get to level 15 hero, and then once they get to level 15 hero, like, how long is it going to take them to switch into another class and spend another, 15 levels grinding for the next skill? It can seriously take hours to grind your characters up, even if you're allowing yourself to grind. So it's just not really worth it in so many cases. Can I take you out safely? Yeah, technically I can. 10 move Sumia is a beautiful thing. Yeah, sometimes I regret giving her the boots instead of giving them to someone else. But sometimes it's really nice when she's able to just fly across the map super fast and super far. Okay, now I think we're fine. We just have to clean up the remaining units. I really would like to find a way for Na to get some experience at some point here, but I just don't see how. Oh, assassins can walk on water. I did not know that. Cool. You two over here. This map, we were just so overwhelmed, we didn't really have time to try to give experience to our secondary units. Oh, he has counter. Interesting. You definitely gotta watch out for that. Can Lucina kill him? Pretty reliably. Should be fine. This is a Dread Fighter here? Yeah. Olm is a Dread Fighter for some reason. What skill is this? Oh, Aggressor, okay, yeah. Oh, Aggressor's actually plus 10 attack. I thought it was plus 7. Did they nerf it to plus 7 in Fates? It's plus 10, that's crazy. They have overlapping ranges, so I'm just gonna run away. But I will be smart and I'll run to the edge of their range instead of running off to the middle of nowhere. I might even be able to fight, like, you? Or you? No. Okay, let's just consolidate all of our characters together then. Okay, let's see if we can find one situation where Na or Morgan or both can get some experience. You stop that. Yes, she can definitely pick up this kill. No, she can't, because I'm a buffoon. But maybe she can get it now with the extra strength from her mom. Yes, she has enough damage. Okay. So we can give her this kill. That should be enough for a level. Level 5 Myrmidon. Now we have to make sure we clean up the remaining characters. But that shouldn't be too difficult. That's a problem. I can use Sumia probably. Celica's Gale is nasty, but she takes it. No crit chance. And we crit her anyway. So we don't even take the damage. Alright. I'm gonna have Lonk attack here. Just 2 chances to proc lethality. Actually, we got it. First try. That's one of the reasons why Assassin is so good, because you can just have them act early in the turn. You can always just fish for lethality, and then if you don't get it, you can just... Now you have an enemy who's chipped down, and your other characters can finish them off safely. Can we take a Bolganon? Pretty safely, yeah. Alright, I'll give this kill to Robin. They need it. They need the experience badly. I'm not going to spend my time reading all of the text for after you beat this chapter. There's just no story at all. They're just going to talk about how we found more cards and defeated more cards, and now we have to go to the next DLC realm and find more cards and defeat more cards. So it's just not worth it. I'll recruit Alm. Alm is the main character of Fire Emblem Gaiden, also known as Fire Emblem 2. He's one of the main characters anyway. Here he is. He starts in the Dread Fighter class with Aggressor, so you don't need to train him. He has Res plus 10 and Rally something? Rally Res, okay. I don't really care about checking his stat mods, but I don't know. I mean, he's fine. Like, the thing is, like, if you really like Alm as a character and you want to use him, any of the DLC characters are absolutely using if you want to use them. So if you really like Alm as a character and you want to use him, you could absolutely recruit him and use him. There's no reason not to do so. Did I actually get the Dread Scroll? Yes, I did. Okay. So I can change any of my male characters into a Dread Fighter now. There's not anyone that I want to do that with. The only person... Well, I guess Lon Ku. But he would lose bow access for a while. He would have to go through a pretty long training arc with no bow access. Is that worth doing? Not really. I would rather just give it to one of the Gen 2 units. Like I mentioned, Inigo. I think Inigo would be great in Dread Fighter. And then I can later switch him over to a better class. We're not going to be getting Inigo anytime soon, though. It will be a future stream, if ever. Alright, we might need to start organizing our inventory and getting better items into our hands. Ooh, a free Rift Door. I'm actually going to check something. I think I can get a longbow if I use this Rift Door correctly. So you go here, you go to bows, you search for the longbow. So the merchant can carry the longbow on chapter 21 and chapter 23 maps. So those would be somewhere over here. '21. No, that's side story 21. That's a side story. Chapter 20. Where the heck is chapter 21? 25. I guess they're the chapters that are like over here. 24. 21. Okay, here we go. Plegia Castle. So I'm going to save my game. And then I'm going to use a Rift Door. And we have a longbow. I have to sell some stuff.
Take your time.
What would I sell? Maybe one of these 18 billion talismans that I'm holding. This is going to help us in case we run out of longbows later. Just turn a Rift Door into a longbow. Alright, back to the DLC. So that chapter was honestly a little bit of a diversion because we're not going to be using a Dread Fighter anytime soon. The next one I want to look at is... Lost Bloodlines 3 with Seliph and the Paragon skill. I don't really want or need the Paragon skill, but I guess there's no reason not to grab it though. But the thing is, if I'm going to do this, we're going to have to reorganize our units again. We're gonna have to get actually good weapons in everyone's hands. The good thing is I don't have to buy any. I already had all the good weapons. I just put them in the convoy and replace them with cheap weapons. Now I just need to take the good weapons back out of the convoy. But we're gonna run out of money doing this because we're not getting any money. So Lost Bloodlines 3. This one lets us field a lot more units, so that's good. Unfortunately, we have a ton of enemies to deal with, and a lot of them are either max level base classes or promoted classes with, weirdly enough, like level 5 skills, but they're lower than level 5. Maybe this represents that they've max leveled and then reset their level, I guess. So like this is not actually a level 24 sorcerer, it's like a level 44 sorcerer, maybe. The stats kind of look like they'd make sense. Vengeance Wrath is disgusting, by the way. A lot of wrath, in fact. It's actually the same map, but they put us in the center this time, which is actually a lot easier to control. It'll also be easier to grab the villages on this version, but the enemies are going to be a lot harder to kill. So let's think about who we're sending into this battle. The good thing is we can now send in our rescue staff users. That's good. That alone is going to massively change things. I can definitely see myself using Emblem here. There's not really a reason for me to use Lisa anymore. Emran's just a better version of her, and Owain is more in need of training. I could also send Olivia. She would be good if she had a good para partner, but the only person she would be supporting would be Henry, and Henry is not a good character to be using with our current team. So we never trained him. We just used him to get Owain. So yeah, what we should be doing is thinking about who we want to pair Owain up with. So Owain is a full-on magic character. We did not get him Gale Force because we were doing a no grinding context. So he's essentially just going to be a backpack unit with Tome Fair. He's going to be a Tome Fair backpack unit who for some reason I didn't go out of my way to get Magic +2. Explain that one, I don't know. I think I did something stupid like, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did with him. I think I wanted him to be a Vantage Sorcerer. I guess that could work. Okay, so let's think if he's a Vantage Sorcerer, what pair-up would he want? He'd want someone who gives him speed. So Vantage Sorcerer Owain. You want a pair-up class. I'm going to share this as well. Anytime I do this, if I ever go off on a tangent, I make sure I share it with you guys. Endless Summer Slaycation asks, who would I marry Olivia to get Inigo? That's a very, very complicated question. It takes into account both, number one, who do I think is the best option, and then number two, who would I actually use out of the characters that I still have available who aren't actually paired right now. But first, before that, let me link this to you guys. I'm gonna come back to the Inigo question, but first I want to link this. So I'm looking at the para partners right now for Owain. If he's gonna be a Vantage, he's either gonna be a Tome Fair like dual striking Sage, or he's gonna be a Vantage Sorcerer. If he's a Vantage Sorcerer, he wants a partner who gives him speed, magic, defense, and resistance. There's not really a class that gives all of those things, but let's see which ones we can get. Skill would be nice too. Trickster looks really good. Magic, skill, and speed. I wish Tricksters could use bows in this game. God, Trickster with bows would be epic in this game. It would be phenomenal. I think, let me check the classes. I'm pretty sure Bride can actually use bows and staves. Yeah, this might be a job for a Bride. I have a weird idea. So Bride gives magic, speed, luck, and resistance. We would be giving up skill, but we'd be getting resistance, which is, I guess, fine. Honestly, I think Trickster might be the best class, though. we would just have to give it to someone who's using a sword, which, okay, it would be Na then. So yeah, okay, here we go. I've got an idea. I've got it. Oh god, I'm actually excited about this. Okay, so we get Sword Fair on Na. She's a +7 damage stacking Sword Master. Then we reclass her into Trickster so that she can support Owain, and he can be a Vantage Sorcerer. He'll have plus magic, plus skill, plus speed, and plus move from his partner. He won't have he will have Tome Fair because we're not sending him over to Sorcerer yet, so he will also have Tome Fair. He'll have Evade +10, he'll have Vengeance, and Vantage. And then maybe we can get him Magic +2 if we really care about like going through an extremely long training arc. I would probably do that off screen if I'm going to do it at all. Or we could think about getting him potentially another skill that is useful for a Vantage Sorcerer. I could see this working. I was originally just going to use him as a utility staff bot, but this makes good use of pairing up characters that we were otherwise not using. Also, another really good thing about having Na as a pair-up unit is that her speed is very bad, but when she's in the back row, her speed doesn't matter at all. So I think we can use her for this. You want me to save edit my characters to give them Gale Force? No, I'm not going to do that. You want me to do Libra Olivia? Or Rick and Olivia? You think Trickster is a waste of time? I don't think so at all. I think it gives magic and speed, and there's not very many classes that give magic and speed. In fact, the option is basically Valkyrie, Trickster, or Darkflyer. And Na cannot get into Darkflyer or Valkyrie, so Trickster is by far her best option to support Owain here. And the alternative would be using Dark Mage for magic and defense. But I think speed is going to be more important because Owain is not particularly fast, and he's going to need as much speed as possible. Kuro, you think save editing characters is pretty cringe? Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do it, just, I mean, if you're gonna do like a playthrough where you're gonna be, I don't know. For in my opinion, I think planning out the builds and doing them correctly is a big part of the fun. So if I was going to do it, I would just start a new file and I would like train my characters correctly. That wasn't the intention of this run. The intention of this run was just to show how you can beat Lunatic Plus using a full team without needing to use low man strategies, and then without grinding or anything like that. War Cleric is pretty good. She doesn't have access to War Cleric, but it's magic, luck, and resistance. Not really. Resistance isn't that valuable compared to defense, and even defense isn't really that valuable when you get to the end game. You can beat Apotheosis without Gale Force. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, War Cleric is... I actually kind of like War Cleric as a lead class, as a staff bot class, or a staff using lead class. I really like War Cleric because it's not weak to any effective weapons, and it doesn't really have any particular weakness. It's just like a well-balanced class. I don't really like it as a pair-up class that much because typically the best thing it can do is be using stabs, and then it can fight when it needs to. So you want it to be the lead class and just have it using staffs every turn. All right, so let's go look at Inigo. Here's our Inigo page. I'm thinking I want to make him into a Dread Fighter with Gale Force. So I need to pass down Gale Force from his mother, and I want him to have as much of a damage stack as he can possibly have. That is going to be difficult. It means he needs a father who has Wyvern and ideally Archer as well. And that means Virion. Yeah, so okay. But that also means we're giving up a lot of strength because Virion's strength mod isn't particularly impressive. It's not bad, but it's not particularly amazing. But if we do Virion as the father, we can get strength +2, we can get bow fair, we can get axe fair, we can get Gale Force, and then the last skill would be aggressor for an extra +10 damage. Do we need strength +2, considering the fact that we're just going to be using all stats +2 instead? So we don't need Wyvern, we just need Archer. So is there someone that works better? Stall would work really well because he has Archer. He doesn't have Wyvern, but we won't need Wyvern, we'll just need Archer. So we could use Stall instead. That would give us +3 strength instead of +1 strength. Then we would have Bowfair, Axefair, Gale Force, all stats +2, and then Aggressor. It does mean that we wouldn't be able to bring Arms Thrift, but I don't think Arms Thrift is really that valuable. So I think this works fine. That would allow us to kill enemies at 1 range with axes or 2 range with bows, with the maximum possible damage stack we could get on this character. Any other character who has a higher strength mod loses access to Bowfair, so you're gaining 1 damage, but you're giving up 5 damage, so it's just not worth it. So I think Stall is the best option here. So we would do Olivia plus Stall. That also means I need to start grinding her with Gale Force as well. Before we do that, let's organize our party. I'm not saying that Olivia Stall is the best option in the game, I just think it's the best option for like what I have available. Like for my team composition and the units that I still have available and what I'm trying to do, I think Olivia Stall is probably the best option I have. Hello Neff Champion, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Stall is a really good dad. And then we just put him into Warrior. I think Lieber is actually a really good dad. As I've been investigating things for I'm working on another run right now. I've already recorded some of the footage. It's something I can't stream, unfortunately. I have to record it and then edit all the footage and then upload it all at once. If I stream it, it's a really good idea that no one else has ever done before. And you guys know that it takes me a while to finish streaming runs and it takes me a while to edit my runs. If I stream it, someone else could very easily just take the idea, do it in like 2 days, and then upload their own video. And I'm just not... I do not want to put in 2 months worth of effort for an idea that someone could just steal in 2 days. So I'm going to have to do it off stream entirely and then just upload everything all at once. But either way, as I was planning for that run, I found that Lieber is actually a really good dad. Especially if you're trying to build a resistance tank, which granted, you don't really need a resistance tank for most runs, but I need it for what I'm doing. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to use Virion for something else, but it'll be fine. Virion is pretty versatile. You can use him for a lot of things. How many other runs that are not Conquest am I doing? I mean, I don't quite understand the question. Is the Fire Emblem YouTubing space that grim? It's just not worth... It's not worth risking. There's no reason to risk putting in 2 months worth of my effort and then having someone steal my idea in 2 days. There's just no reason to ever risk that. Like, why would you ever risk that? It makes no sense at all. You could do it. You could make this comparison with YouTube. You can make this comparison if you work at an ice cream stand. Why would you spend 2 months slowly developing a secret recipe for a new ice cream formula and having all of your work be public the entire time so that someone else could just steal your formula in 2 days and release the ice cream before you could do it? Like, replace YouTube with any other job. It's the same thing. There's no reason whatsoever for me to ever stream something that I don't want someone else to steal. And whether it's Fire Emblem or anything else on YouTube, yes, there are going to be low effort creators who essentially just take ideas from smaller channels and upload them faster with better editing, and typically get more views from doing that. So it's a grim reality, but it happens, and we need to accept it and try to not have that happen. If you're gonna put in the effort to do something, you typically want to avoid having all of your effort stolen. Alright, let's start giving items to our characters. We want a hand axe this time. I don't know why we didn't have it last time. We want a silver axe, a hand axe, we want a hammer, we want a silver sword, and There's not really anything else I particularly need. I could grab an Erica's Blade for, like, guaranteed kills, maybe. Yeah, Stall is very effective, and he's very accessible. I agree with that. You can definitely fit Stall into no grinding runs as a father. It's very interesting because I think Sully is a better quote-unquote support character, but Stall is a better, like, father. So you can have Stall support, like, not quite as good as Sully, but still almost as good. And then in the end, you get, like, a powerful child unit out of it. So I'm starting to come around on Stall and how to fit him into team compositions. This is going to be a weird thing for Sue. I'm going to need to bring that second seal with her, I think. Because once she reaches level 20, I don't want to... Well, I don't... It doesn't really matter that much. She's already capped a lot of stats. Okay, so we want to bring a Silver Lance, a Javelin, Fall Flame, Celica's Gale, and Arc Wind. That should be fine. You still believe that Stall is better than Sully? I mean, it's like saying what's the tallest mountain versus which mountain is higher. Those are two different qualifiers. Like, depending on what qualifier you're looking at, Sully could be better or Stall could be better. I don't think there's a character who's just universally better than every other character at everything. Not even Robin. Sully Crom is always pretty strong too, yeah. You're asking about my Fire Emblem Fates Conquest playthrough. The reason I stopped doing that playthrough is because my mother passed away, and she picked one of the characters on that run, and I just don't want to play it anymore, so you're just going to have to accept it. I just don't want to do it. Alright, I need a silver sword, silver bow. Unfortunately, I don't actually have that many silver bows in stock. I thought I had more. I can give him the U-Fell, but it's not... That's like a waste of the U-Fell. I can give him a steel bow. Iron bow. I don't want to waste brave bows here. This should be fine. I can give him a killing edge and an armor slayer just in case he needs them. No, he's going to need a hammer too if I have any. I do have a couple spares. Give her a hand axe. Give her a silver axe. She still can't use silver lances, can she? No. Okay, steel lance then. And I think she can use a beast killer. Saria needs... I want her to have Thoron, Arc Thunder, Arc Wind, and then she needs a Nosferatu Tome and a Flux Tome for spamming. Draconis, you're sorry you didn't know that. It's not a big deal. I talked about it on a previous stream, though. That's the reason why I stopped uploading videos for that run. Everyone's saying sorry for your loss. It's okay, guys. Don't worry. It happened a couple months ago. I've had time to heal, time to grieve. We did a celebration of life for her as well because my sister and I, we thought that she probably would not have wanted like a funeral. She probably would have wanted like I don't think she would have wanted people to just like sit around and like be sad about it. I think she would have sorry, Lucina doesn't need a silver sword. She would have wanted people to like actually have fun and enjoy themselves. So we did like what's called a celebration of life instead of a traditional funeral. It was pretty nice. My aunt, who is in one of the more famous local bands around here, in this county and maybe even in this state, depending on how far you want to expand your view. She came and played with her band as well, which was kind of cool. I don't know why my throat is so sore today, guys. I'm sorry. Sure. I'm running out of good equipment. I thought I had more in the storage. Well, the only thing you can hold is, I guess, the glass lance and this forged bronze lance. Well, then is there another good sword you can hold? A killing edge, I guess. Killing edge is just the same thing as the silver sword, but it's like a better panic button if you absolutely need a crit. I don't think we're going to be getting into that situation. I'll give you the rose. You need, I guess, a short spear, because I don't have any javelins for some reason. I'm probably gonna have to go buy some rescue staffs anyway. She needs a beast killer. Oh, she has a beast killer. Okay. Let me give her a spammable lance in that case, an iron lance. Noir. I'm running out of bows already. I ran out of bows a long time ago. I need more bows. Okay, we're just gonna have to go buy some bows. How did I run out of bows? That doesn't make any sense. I expanded the number of bows that I'm drawing from, and I still ran out somehow. Make it make sense. Someone. I have plenty of tomes. That's the only good thing. Okay, Olivia doesn't need anything. Owain needs to hold a rescue staff, and then he needs some tomage. Is he standing on E-rank tomes still? Oh my god, he's still standing on E-rank tomes. That is unbelievable. I'll give him a Forged Wind Tome, and I'll actually go buy him a Thunder Tome as well. Emerin. Heal. Oh, let me give him some heal stats as well. Physic. I guess, switch these out. I guess I'll just have him just use the Wind Tome in that case. And then she can use Arc Fire. And, sure, Forged Out Thunder, we don't need it for anything. Well, actually, we're going to need that soon, because we have characters who are approaching D-rank tomes and are very underpowered. We'll give her Elwind. And then we'll give her the other rescue staff. Actually, we might as well just buy her a full-use rescue staff. We're going to need some money. We are desperately in need of money here. Yeah, we're going to need to buy some rescue staffs. We're going to need to buy some bows. I feel like there were some other characters who had items they needed. We definitely need bows. Okay, we're going to need bows and rescue staves. So let's go back to the world map. It is super cold here. I see people in chat are talking about winter weather. Yeah, it is extremely cold here, guys. It's been snowing nonstop and it's killing me. It is genuinely destroying me. I cannot handle the winter weather. It is brutal. And this winter started sooner than usual, so it's hitting me even harder than usual. I'm really struggling this winter. I'm going to tell you right now. That's part of the reason why I'm probably feeling so low energy today, because the winter weather has just been wearing me down already. And I feel bad because I've been streaming every single Saturday for the last 9 or 10 months, and I feel like at a certain point either we're going to have a power outage, we're going to have an internet outage, or I'm just going to wake up one day and I'm just not going to have the energy to stream and I'm going to miss a week. I feel like it's going to happen, but hopefully it doesn't. I will be right back. I have to use the bathroom and I need to get some more water, and when I do that I'm just going to read chat for a little while, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. By the way, I will catch up on all the messages in chat, but this one just jumped out to me. Sir Winston IV says that they used to ignore bows because Virion was so weak, but my videos made them realize that the bow's strong points. You especially like Archer Crumb. So I think what's really interesting, what's really funny, I don't think that's an unusual point of view. Virion does seem weak if you don't know how to utilize him properly. And then that, because he's the only real archer in the game, for most of the game, you end up just thinking that bows aren't very good. But what's really fun and what's really interesting is that once you come around on bows, like once you realize or understand how good bows actually are, then you kind of go back and it flips around and you realize how good Virion actually is. Because he's the only true archer in the game, he's the only character who can like naturally progress directly into the archer role with minimal resource investment. And it makes him so valuable because he can do all of the archer things that you need a character to do on your team without needing to waste extra seals. Hello, Bronze Vixen. If I didn't say welcome to the stream already, then welcome to the stream. I can't remember if I saw you chatting earlier or not. You completely forgot that Na existed. It's negative 17 Celsius in Canada. People are talking about negative 5 Fahrenheit. So let me see what... So I don't really know Celsius that well. I did use it when I was a chemistry student at university for like 4 years, but I just completely don't remember how Fahrenheit converts to Celsius. Like, I can't do it in my head. So let me see something. Because the other day... Okay, so so it was actually... The other day it was negative 1F here, which is actually negative 18 Celsius. So almost the same as the negative 17 Celsius that someone mentioned. You're in Atlantic Canada. I'm in the northeast of America. I'm not in Canada, but I'm very close. And apparently it was negative 18 Celsius here. Or negative 1 Fahrenheit the other day when I had to go out in the very early morning. The celebration sounds really cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Hello Garrett, welcome to the stream. Good evening. You just got home from work. What have you missed? We cleared 2 DLC chapters and then we started planning out some of our Generation 2 builds. I will tell you which chapters we cleared. They are Champions of Yore 3, which you can use to get all stats plus 2. Lost Bloodlines 2, which you can use to get the Dread Scroll. And we're getting ready to do Lost Bloodlines 3, which we can use to get Paragon. As we're preparing for that, we've just been talking about Generation 2 units and Generation 2 builds. Draconis, you feel like a snake. You love the heat better than the cold. I used to like winter more when I was younger, and I used to hate summers. I still don't like summers, but I think winters just are way more devastating for me now. Atlantic Canada is basically New England, it's just a little bit more French. Yeah, so you're probably pretty close to where I am. You're in the French part of Canada. You wish you got to experience negative 18C for a day or two. It only happens every 10 years or so. It's horrible. It's someone mentioned so here it is, Macromelon. Macromelon, welcome to the stream, by the way. Macromelon says they don't hate the cold, they just hate endless cloudy days. Yeah, so I mentioned this in my my other Discord chat where I just talk with some of my actual friends, people I've known for like 10 years. I have like a separate Discord chat to chat with them and play role-playing games and things like that. But anyway, I was talking about how bad the weather was here, and I talked about how it's like a horror movie, or it's like going into Mordor in Lord of the Rings. Like when winter comes, like it's not just that it's cold, it's literally dark for like 3 months straight. Like I can look outside and it's just like always dark out, even during the daytime. It's just always cloudy and dark. And then add to that how brutal and oppressive the snow is, and the fact that like I could literally die if I go outside and I'm not prepared. Like that's how cold it is outside. Like you have to genuinely be well prepared, just for your own safety. And needless to say, the winter here is not something to take lightly. My typical strategy for winters is to stay inside of my house, my apartment, or my room as much as possible, And that last winter, that worked pretty well for me. Unfortunately, I have not been spending all of, like last year I was spending basically all of my time alone, so it's very easy to just like retreat into your own personal space and like never leave. But this year I have not really been alone that often, for various reasons. And as a result, it's a lot harder for me to just like go into hibernation mode and try to spend all of my time alone, because in effect that would kind of be pushing away someone who I would otherwise be spending a lot of time with, if that makes sense. And it would negatively impact my relationships or relationship. All right, let me get some. I have to sell some things, so we're gonna have to go through our inventory and figure out what we can sell. Because we have to make some money. We have to make some money. I'm gonna keep this silver. Well, we have a lot of silver swords, so we don't really need that many. I think I'm gonna sell this Killing Edge Levin sword as well. I might sell the other Levin sword. It's a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna sell both of them. I don't think I'm ever gonna use them. The Soothing sword, I think I'm done with. I have a ton of Iron Lances. I don't need that many copies. This Steel Lance might... I don't think a Steel Lance is worth keeping, because if I have a character who I need to train at C-rank lances, I'll just buy them a Steel Lance and forge it. Excuse me. You always sell the Mini Lance. By the way, there's another story I wanted to tell. I was just eating cashews, and I know it's become a bit of a meme of me eating carrots on stream, but because it's... Here's another problem with winter. I had to go out in the morning, and then later on, when I wanted to go shopping, I just couldn't do it. I was just like, I've already gone out one time today, I don't want to go out again, I just can't go shopping today. So I ordered, I ordered like delivery, I had someone go shopping for me and deliver the items here, and they picked out, like, I would have to imagine, like, you almost could not have picked out, so I ordered carrots, and they brought the worst carrots I've ever seen. Like, you know when you go to the store and there's like a bunch of different, you know, options to pick, like there's like, you know, 10, depending on what you're looking at, there's like 10 different options to pick, or there's like 15 different options to pick, and you rifle through them and you find the one that looks the best or has like the best expiration date. I almost believe like they could not have picked a worse package of carrots at random. It's almost like they intentionally went through and found, like, instead of finding like the best ones, they found like the worst ones. They were all dried out. It seems like their expiration date was like the day of when they got delivered, and I just can't even, like, I couldn't even eat all of the carrots that they brought. So unfortunately, we don't have any carrots today, but I do have cashews, so it's fine. Kuro, you think it's fun shoveling snow? I don't like doing shoveling. I think my hands are really sensitive, so there's a lot of things I don't like doing. I don't like mowing the lawn. I don't like shoveling snow. It just, like, my hands start to hurt really bad, like really fast. There's no real reason to keep the Sigurd's Lance. It's almost the same thing as the Ephraim's Pike, but it doesn't come with speed +2, and it requires a higher weapon rank. So I'm just gonna ditch that. These weapons are gonna be useful later when we're training Inigo, I think. So I'm gonna hold on to those. These are all worth keeping. This is worth ditching. I'm never gonna restock that. Extra Killer Axe, do I need? Not really. Arguably, I don't even need this Killer Axe, but maybe I can use it for something later. Superior Axe, I'm not going to need on this run, I don't think. No, it's too expensive for what it is. It's better to sell. Same thing for this. It's like, it's fine, but it's just overpriced for what it is. For only 15 charges. This is worth keeping. This is a 17 damage weapon. That's worth keeping. These bows we're going to have to hang on to. I could see myself selling the Innis bow. 114 gold for only 4 shots. And we're just so low on cash right now. We need to sell everything. Gotta keep this Mire Tome for later. I could definitely use the Celica's Gale is the problem. I don't think I can sell it. Can I start selling these Recover Staves? I don't think I need them. If I ever get to a point where, like, I need to, like, have Recover Stabs, that's probably going to be the point where I'm also, like, grinding for gold. So I think I'm going to sell these because I really need the money. Dragon Stones and Beast Stones we can always sell. Those are just free money. I don't think I'm ever going to use Vulneraries again. It's tough to say if I'm ever going to use a Concoction again either. I'd probably just use Elixirs. Like, our characters are not taking 20 damage anymore. They're taking like 40 damage. I just don't think Concoctions are worth it. I'm just going to hold on to the Elixirs I have. I'm not going to need this Master Key ever. Or chest keys. Now I need to look at the stat boosters that I have and if any of them are worth keeping. I think I sell all of the secret books for sure. I'm pretty sure I keep the talismans just in case I ever get into a situation where I absolutely need them. I could sell these. They're basically just tonics, but just stacked on top of each other. Oh no, I think I calculated that these are actually less expensive than using tonics. Yeah, so we should actually keep these and use them instead of using tonics. Seed of Trust we're not going to use. Reeking Box we're not going to use. Okay, we got 13,000 gold. That's going to be at least enough to buy the rescue stabs that we need. And a couple of bows. Ooh, there's a silver bow on sale. Okay, who needed a bow? Honestly, like, kind of everyone needs a bow right now, but you need one for sure. Then we need to buy some rescue stabs. Just buy 3 while we're here. I'm gonna buy her a cheaper bow too, something I can spam. I'm also gonna give her the longbow just in case I absolutely need to use it at some point. Might as well have it in her inventory. I think I'm going to forge some better D rank weapons for her when we get her up to D rank. But for now, she's just getting chip experience anyway. Alright, we need to hand out the rescue stabs now. You need one for sure. You're going to need one. You don't need a heal staff. If you're ever going to use a staff, it's just going to be a rescue. I would like for her to have Physic as well. Can I accomplish that? And Wayne has Physic, I think, yes. And a full use heal staff now as well. Heal and Physic, okay. Rescue. Forged Wind Tome. You go shopping yourself and you spend hours picking out groceries. I prefer shopping myself, but sometimes I just don't have the energy to do it, especially like I mentioned, like the winter just kills me in a way that I think you guys, I don't think I can properly convey to you guys like how much the winter just like devastates me. Like, I genuinely barely left my room. Not even just my apartment, I barely left my room at all last year for the entire winter. Like for months. I stayed in my room for like almost like the entire time. Like, it's bad. The only thing that got me through it was that I got really focused on editing videos. And so, like, days at a time would go by where I just spent the time editing videos. And then by the time I was finished, like, by the time, you know, enough time had passed, I was like, oh, wow, winter's already almost over. And also, what really helped is that last year the winter started really late, and it just wasn't that bad. Like, this year the winter has started early, and it's already really bad. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do this year. It's bad, guys. It's bad. I gotta figure something out. Can I forge her a better bronze sword? For better damage ranges.
What can I fix you with?
Yes. I mean, I could just forge this one, but if I'm gonna do it anyway, I might as well just forge one that's got full charges. So let's sell this one. We're gonna give her a broadsword. We're gonna forge it. Is that really worth it? I should have just kept the one I already had. You know what? We're just gonna do this. We're just gonna actually use a regular broadsword with a strength tonic. Because I should not have done that. It's fine. Is there an iron sword with full charges? There is, okay. Is there any other D rank weapon that's worth using? An Armor Slayer, not really. Not as like a primary attacking option, it's too expensive. Because once she gets to level 10, I'm promoting her right to Swordmaster, so she's going to be stuck with swords for a while. She is not going to be like switching weapons anytime soon. I definitely could see the value of max forging this iron sword, because she doesn't have discipline, she's going to be stuck with it for a while. Let's do that. So as soon as she gets D-rank swords, we'll be able to use that. I'm going to give her a... do I have any strength tonics? Of course I don't. I could give her energy drops, too, but I don't think that's worth it. Especially... I don't know. I need to give her a strength tonic, though. I need to just buy some strength tonics. It might not even be worth it. She might be able to just damage these enemies anyway, even without it. Oh, you know what we should do? Use this. There you go. That's going to make it way easier to train her. Alright, let me spend a little bit more time reading chat and then we'll get back into the gameplay. I can do money and experience pair logs because I'm going to grind anyway. Well, so far I haven't technically grinded. I've only just cleared each DLC chapter one time to get the items that they grant. But I do have a feeling it's eventually going to come down to grinding. Raza, here in Italy, the temperature never really drops that much. That sounds great. I would love to live in Italy. Poor carrots. Was the deliverer from the store? No, it was just some guy who worked for the delivery company. Yeah, I could grind for money if I want to, but I'm not going to do that until I'm absolutely sure that I have no other way forward. Rescue stabs are great. Use the stat boosters. Kuro, I'm saving them for when I need them. I don't need them yet. Your favorite class is Sage because you also get rescue stabs. Yeah, one of the reasons why I rate the Sage as one of the best classes is because on top of just being a great class, they also have rescue staff access, which is amazing. Or just staff access in general. Riley. Riley. How do you say that? Really Riley. 5617. Welcome to the stream. Your caffeine addiction gives you all the energy you need during the winter. I actually don't drink any coffee. I actually don't have any caffeine. The only thing I drink is water. I stopped drinking soda like 15 years ago. I've never really been a coffee drinker. I drank tea a few times, sometimes a while back, but I stopped a while ago. So at this point now, I basically only drink water. Cosmos, Wyvern Lord is brilliant, but you like Swordmaster. Draconis, you think I've explained it before, but what is the lost gain if you go to level 20 always before promoting units? So, typically, you want to use a Master Seal when a character is no longer capable of doing their job. So if your character is level 11 and they can still fight the enemies, then you don't need to promote them. You can just keep grinding them. But if they reach, let's say they reach level 17 and suddenly they're not capable of fighting the enemies anymore, you should just promote them. An extra 3 levels worth of stats is not going to make that much of a difference. So you can very quickly suss out when you should use your Master Seals just by comparing your characters to the enemies that they're trying to fight. If they can't fight the enemies, then you need to promote them. That's just the reality. With second seals, it's a little bit weird because the more levels you gain, the more the second seal punishes you. However, with base classes, the punishment isn't really that severe. The big punishment on second seals comes with that extra flat plus 20 penalty you get when you're second sealing through promoted classes. So as a result, if you want to gain a few extra, if you know a character is going to gain 40 levels before you ever promote them, you should do all 40 levels through your second seals. Typically, that only applies to Robin. I could do Robin level 20 Tactician, and then Robin level 20 Dark Mage, and then go into Sorcerer, and you know that you're going to get value out of that, and Robin's going to be able to fight the entire time. You don't need to rush their promotion. But for most characters, if you are going to second seal them, you usually want to do 10 levels in Thief, and then 20 levels in Fighter, and then promote them, or somewhere between 10 to 20 levels in Fighter, and then promote them into a Warrior or a Hero. It's pronounced really, if that helps. Okay, cool, thank you. Alright, so let's take a look at this next DLC chapter. This one I'm not particularly thrilled about. It looks like it's going to be very tedious, and it doesn't look like it's going to give me any rewards that I really want. But either way, I'll link this for you guys if you care. Is early promoting Virion a good idea? You can probably get Virion pretty high to a pretty high level before you need to promote him. I don't think he's a character who needs an early promotion, especially because there's a limited number of early Master Seals. I think you're either going to promote Virion to help you get through Chapter 9 as a Bow Knight or as a Sniper, or you're just going to wait and you're going to promote him after Chapter 12. So one of those two things is going to happen. And either way, it's going to be independent of his level. You're not really thinking about his level, you're just thinking about the chapter. So if you can get him to Chapter 12 without promoting him, then you just promote him after Chapter 12. If you need to promote him early, you're probably doing it at Chapter 9 regardless of what his level is. So anyway, next we're doing Lost Bloodlines 3, which is going to give us the Paragon skill, which I doubt we're going to use for anything, but I don't know, maybe we'll use it for something. Maybe I'll give it to someone who I'm training. We could give it to Na. That could be useful. Give it to Na. Alright, so we've got all of our units. Everyone has items. Hopefully they've got enough items to help us win this chapter. Now I'm going to try to organize my characters in a way that makes sense. So I want all my Gale Force attackers over here. And I'm going to want my dancers and rescue staff users over here as well. Oh no, you need to be down here. Should Robin and Saria be down here? That's a tough call. Actually, let me switch her and Emerin. Sorry, him and Emerin. So I want Lonk. I think I want Robin down here. Does this look fine? So we got Lonku and Noe up here. We've got Owain, Noir, Na, and Morgan. I think this is fine. This looks good to me. This is going to allow Robin and Saria to do something over here, like enemy phase. It's going to allow all my Gale Force hitters to run over here and do stuff. Maybe I should send my Gale Force attackers to the left. Maybe we do this instead. Gale Force here. She can't reach. She can barely reach just this guy. I don't know if we can one round him. I mean, there's a way to find out. You would have to go over here. You here. Alright, let's see what this opener looks like. If it doesn't look good, I'll just do a quick reset. What if you want to get Bowfair and then turn him into a Bow Knight? So I think Sniper is way better than Bow Knight, especially if you're training a character all the way. Like, if you're training someone long enough until they get Bowfair, you probably just want to keep them in Sniper, because switching them to Bow Knight causes them to lose Longbow access, and Longbow is one of your best late game, end game, and post game tools. So if you're training a Longbow character, you want to just have them keep access to their Longbow. And Sniper can usually be a better pair-up class 2 in a lot of cases, although it's not always the case. We can either use Volflame or Silicus Gale here. I'm inclined to use Silicus Gale for one reason. Yeah, because if we get some dual strikes, we actually end up saving weapon charges, and this gives us 4 chances for dual strikes. And crits as well. There you go. So we only used 1 Silicus Gale instead of 4 charges. That triggers Gale Force. Now we can do some repositioning tech on that side. And then what about these two? Can they do anything? They've got a couple targets that they can hit. Would love to get rid of him now, and I can do that pretty well. Let me make sure Lucina's not wasting any weapon charges, though. That should be fine. I probably should have bought her a Javelin to save some money. Alright, so I could potentially have Lucina get someone. Like maybe you. Be careful though, because I need to make sure Lucina can get back out safely. She should be fine. Yeah, this should work. Nice Aether proc. If you're into build maxing, you should try Owlcat's Pathfinder games. Wrath of the Righteous is pretty good. I've never heard of any of these things. Hold on a second. Owlcat. Pathfinder. Pathfinder is like a D&D 3.5 offshoot, right? Oh, Owlcat is a developer. Okay, they were formed in 2016, and I guess they made Pathfinder games. I'm looking at Wrath of the Righteous right now. This sounds interesting to me. Which version of Pathfinder is it based on? Version 1 or version 2? Or is it just like is it just like its own thing that just takes place in like a Pathfinder universe? It's available on Steam. I'm definitely gonna look this up. I could probably put it on my wish list right now, so I don't forget to do it later. I'm actually gonna do it right now, which is it's a bad idea. I don't think I should do it while I'm streaming. It's gonna make the stream start lagging if I open up Steam. Oh, you know what I can do? Hold on, let me go to Discord. Let me go to the gaming channel. Gamer mode. What is it called? Owl Finder? No, Owl Cat. I'll add it to my wish list. Yeah, I like turn-based games way more than real-time games, especially when it comes to strategy, tactics, and RPGs. Could I ever interest you in playing Heroes of Might and Magic 5? Maybe. I've played the old Might and Magic games. I've never played any of the Heroes of Might and Magic games. The best candidates for early promotion? It really depends on your team composition. I don't think there's a one answer that's universally true. But yeah, I think Robin is the best early second seal target in most cases. Just because of how many extra levels they can gain compared to everyone else, and how they can snowball into a very powerful unit. But if you're not using Robin, that opens up a lot of interesting possibilities for other potential second seal users, which is also cool. You think Pathfinder's closer to 4th edition? I always thought that I always thought the original Pathfinder was based on D&D 3.5. They also made a Warhammer 40k game. I'm not really into. I wouldn't say that I'm not into Warhammer in the sense that like I dislike it or anything. I'm just not really like I just don't have any knowledge of Warhammer. I've never followed or along or like been interested in any Warhammer things. Maybe I would like it if I played it. I don't know. Forsetti. Okay, we're gonna need. Sorry, I had to deal with that. I don't want to do math. 23 res. 40 damage. It's almost close to the same amount of damage. Plus, we got Silver Axe dual strikes. I'm just gonna do this. Oh, he's fast. He's got 40 speed. Luckily, we have a speed pair up. He's worldly fast. I can't believe how fast he is. That's like all-time fast. 40 speed, that's crazy. Alright, so you two are just gonna hang out here in case we need you to do something later. I'm very scared of that team up there. Let me send Noe here, so she can fly away next turn. Give me something good that I can sell, please. A Killing Edge, that's perfect. That's a very expensive item that I don't particularly need. You're gonna go pair up with your dad. I need to start consolidating my units into one area like we did last time. And I need to do it faster and smarter than I did on the previous attempt. I might be able to kill something with this pair and then rescue them. No. Can I enemy face something with this pair? Perhaps. I suspect, if anything, it will be you. You don't have counter. You have a silver sword, you have 34 speed. Barely don't double us. This is not really a great matchup, but it's free experience for her, I guess. And Lance experience, too. Rally for no reason. And I guess this is what we got. Who hasn't moved it? Oh, these two. Oh, good thing I didn't hit end turn. If I do this right, I can have Lucina. Oh no, sorry, that's Crom. Alright, let's see what happens. Pretty good. We could 1v1 that guy over a couple turns. I prefer to sweep and kill things quickly, but take what you can get. Okay, it looks like most or all of the groups have started moving. Actually, a lot of the units are standing still, but only some of the units within each group are moving. Okay, that's good. I can work with that. That gives me a lot of flexibility. In fact, look at this. We can safely fight from this position. This is actually very good. We can go like this. I'll even use the steel bow for a potential dual strike, which we didn't get, but that's fine. We saved some money. Now, what is she in range of? She's in range of a brave. She's in range of Ira. There's no way we can do that. There's no possible way we can let her just stay there in range of Ira. So what we need to do is something like this. Steel Lance. We don't quite get the kill, unfortunately. Is anyone close enough to actually help? Yes, but then I would lose... This is tricky. I need to get someone up here to kill this guy, but then I also need someone to rescue you to safety. I know what I can do. I can use Emblem to rescue you. That kind of just like solves all of my problems. Yeah, just pull you back over here with Emblem. There you go. Now I can have someone just fight this guy. Which, if Na can do it, I would like for Na to do it. She won't get doubled with her father's pair up. 51 damage though, that's a lot. She can't take the hit. She might be able to kill him if she can reach him first. Alright, let's just run away from this guy for one turn. We'll deal with him next turn. Let me fix something really quick. Setting the camera position just to near far is so much better, because there's never a time where you want to be like medium zoomed in. You either want a full view or you want the close-up view. So there's no reason why them to ever have the medium view enabled. Alright, this is really good because I can just pick off this guy with whoever I want. It's actually probably gonna be... I'm not sure. Can we pick up a kill here? Possibly we can get what I say. Javelin actually guarantees it, so let's do that. Dual Strike just gives free experience for problem. Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to happen. I don't know what to do about that. It's a little bit wasteful in terms of experience, but I don't want to buy a second seal when I just don't have the money for it right now. Get this kill. Yes, we can. Okay, let's get this kill. Beautifully done. Now we might be able to grab this kill. And then escape with our flyer. Sias. I don't know who Sias is. I'm not familiar with him. I would say I'm familiar with an unusually large number of Fire Emblem characters, but there's some that I just don't know. I don't want to deal with Jamka. Oh, it's the exact same thing as the last battle we just did, but they changed it so that we're fighting against the characters who were green units on the last time. And this time we don't have any annoying green units, which is very nice. Who is targeting those tiles? Is it you, Thoron? Okay. We can definitely take a Thoron. Okay, we're gonna have to use for this. God, my voice is so raspy today, guys. I'm sorry. Can't even talk today. I'll just use Arc Wind. Nice. Dragon Age Origins is pretty good. I've already played it before, though. And I don't really have any, like I don't have any desire to ever play it again, to be honest. It was good, it's just not something I want to play again. It's just not something I'm interested in playing again. Okay, how high can we get her damage? 26. No, she can only deal 4 damage to this guy. There's no way she can kill him, unless we can get him, like, on exactly 4 HP, which I sincerely doubt. Brave Sword with Astra. We're gonna have to player phase that character. So for now, let's just do this. Beautiful. Get some Lance rank on her. She might be able to fight this Myrmidon. Her bad luck is really hurting her. There's just so many enemies who have like a small crit chance on her. Like all the time. Okay, let's get rid of these flyers. As many of them as we can. Javelin is fine. It's the cheapest weapon I'm holding. I'm gonna run out of javelin charge. I need to buy more javelins. I don't know why I thought I wasn't gonna need more javelins. I needed so many more javelins. It's kind of absurd how many more javelins I need compared to how many I thought I needed. Guy Bold. Is that a 2-range weapon? That is like a character that you remove on player phase. That is not a character you fight on enemy phase. That is not a character you fight on enemy phase. This Silver Lance. Not any particularly dangerous skills. Can we damage him at all? No. Can he kill us? I didn't check. No, he can't actually kill us. I'm gonna do something that looks a little bit weird. I'm gonna equip an Armor Slayer, and then I'm gonna put Na in the front. That way she can enemy face this guy. And if she gets Armor Slayer dual strikes, she'll get some experience. That's kind of where we're at this point. Can we get this guy? Not very reliably, no. What about you? Yes, very reliably. Other than the fact that she has Miracle. I think dual strikes play around Miracle, if I'm not mistaken. Does anyone know if that's true? I'm pretty sure it's true. I'm pretty sure if you dual strike someone, they cannot proc Miracle. Thoron, okay. Again, just do what we did last time. Pull out one enemy. I'll just use Special Dance here. Give her some stats. And then you characters are going to be over here. You're going to be getting ready for an enemy face kill. Or a player face kill. We want dual strikes here. Got one. Got two. Okay, so we're going to get some experience at least. I think if we're going to be able to train Na at this point, it's going to have to be using, like, grinding chapters. I don't think she can get experience effectively in these chapters anymore, because the enemies are too strong for her to fight safely. Which is unfortunate, but we just might have to live with that reality. Alright, if we can get rid of these two characters, we'll have a good amount of safe territory. We absolutely need to get rid of you, like, right now. Can you do it? Pretty reliably, yeah. Let's do that. Then we're going to fly back over here. Let's assume that we're going to kill all of these enemies. If that's true, we're going to have a lot of safe space to stand. Okay, Guy Bolg is not a 2-range. That's useful to know. Silver Bow will just not quite... I think it either just exactly kills or just doesn't quite kill. I'm not whipping out the calculator. Let's just use Arcwind. definitely, you can make the argument that Crom would have been the better person to have attacked there. But it is what it is. Okay, we're gonna have to send you two this way. Lucina here. Is there anyone that she can actually damage and that doesn't kill her in return? We could definitely pick up a kill there if we get Robin or someone else next to her. Someone with Solidarity. Oh, hold on a sec. Doesn't she have Solidarity? Didn't I give it to... Didn't I give it to one of you? Yeah, you have Solidarity. But you can't get over there fast enough. Well, you can if I do this. Dance for you. Okay, so I want you here. Oh, that doesn't work. Because I want you here. But I want you to fight this enemy. How does that work? I guess it doesn't work is how it works. Or it doesn't work. Okay, you come here. I think you can kill this. Guaranteed. No risk. I could attack from here with... I could attack from, like, here with the longbow, but that's such a waste of a longbow. What if we do... Okay, what risk does this enemy pose to me? Pretty big risk, actually. This is a very dangerous enemy. Okay, we need you to get rid of this enemy. Good God. Okay, we should be fine. They really love giving Waste Luna to enemies in these DLC chapters. Alright. All I need to do is... Okay, that for some reason removes the crit rate. I guess because... I don't know what's removing the crit rate. Something is. I'm kind of curious to know, actually. What is removing the crit rate for her? When she's standing here. But it wasn't when she was standing here. It must be Morgan? 1, 2, 3. But no, this is too far away for Hex and Anathema. Oh, Solidarity has a... I thought Solidarity was... Wait, no, Solidarity is just the characters next to you. So it wouldn't be Solidarity. I'm not getting Solidarity. I'm not close enough for that. I don't know what happened. Something happened. I'm just, for some reason, not at risk anymore. When I was definitely at risk before. Okay, I really want a dual strike here. Didn't get it. It's fine. Get some Lance rank instead. Alright. You need to just pair up here, I guess. Sorry, one second. I'm gonna mute my microphone. There's people talking in the hall. Alright, I'm back. Hello, Reigning Grodum. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Duke Nuka says that dual strikes do bypass Miracle. Okay, that's good to know, thank you. I was like 99% sure that's how it works. Yeah, so there's like there's an older guy who lives down the hall, and whenever people like want to visit him or talk to him, they have to like bang on his door really loud. And sometimes like they just like stand out in the hall and like hang out like out there and talk to each other like really loudly. And because I live in like a cheap apartment with like really thin walls, you can basically hear them. Like the noise gets picked up on my microphone. And because I live in New England, for anybody who's kind of familiar with like different like regional accents and dialects and like the way people talk in like different parts of the world, people in New England really like to swear a lot. They like to say the F word a lot, even when they're just like casually talking with their friends. And considering I never like swear on my stream ever, I don't really like having my microphone on in a position where you could potentially hear someone else talking, if that makes sense. Which it seems like people are saying that it makes sense. Sias is an enemy bishop in Thracia. Ah, okay, so yeah, I haven't played Thracia yet. That makes sense. You want Emerin to use Fortify at some point? That would be epic. Honestly, there was like one time during this run where I could have gotten a really big Fortify off, but I sold the Fortify staff because I didn't think I was going to need it. And then like at a certain point, like a couple of chapters later, it came up and I really could have made good use of it. Alright, let's see if we can fight this Goetia. So enemy phasing him would be good because then we don't have to deal with Wrath. He's going to deal 54 damage. He doesn't have any other offensive skills. We're going to take 20 damage. Even if he crits us, we'd only take 60 damage. I think we're fine. God, we can just barely reach too, so that's good. Hello, Jamka. Goodbye, Jamka. Which F word? Well, obviously I'm not going to say it. The whole point is that I don't want it. I don't want people swearing on my stream. Not the one that's a swear, just like a regular like swear. I don't know. I mean, you could just look up like you could probably look up a video like how do people in like Boston talk, or like how do people in New York talk, or like people in New England using the F word constantly, and you'll probably find a video of someone doing it because it's just like the way people around here talk. It's absolutely wild. All right, let's see if we can get rid of you. Very reliably, in fact. And you're very dangerous, so I would like to get rid of you. F-Stake, yeah, exactly, it's F-Stake. How could you not know about F-Stake? How could you not know? How could you not know? Has anyone ever seen The Prestige? It's actually a really good movie, but there's one point where Hugh Jackman's character, for some reason, I don't know why, but like when one of my best friends back when I was in high school, we watched that movie like 10 times because we loved it so much. And there's one scene where Hugh Jackman's character goes, "How could you not know? How could you not know?" And we used to quote it all the time. We just used to randomly say it. And now every time, like, I'm like old. I'm so much older than I was. Like, so much time has passed since I've been in high school. And still, like, whenever something happens, like when somebody doesn't know something or whatever, like it always pops into my head. I always go like, how could you not know? How could he not know? It's so funny. And it's not even like a funny line. It's just like a line that we made funny just from our own stupidity. Just being like immature high schoolers. But sometimes that's fun. Alright, we'd like for you to kill something, please. Yes, you could kill this. You could kill any of these, really. Okay, so which one's the most dangerous? You're the most dangerous. So let's get rid of you while we can. Nice. The next most dangerous is probably you, Holster. Although this one is a 2-range character, which means they can overlap with others later. In fact, actually, I want to get rid of you if I can, but I don't think I can now, because I messed up my positioning to do that. So let's just do this, and we'll worry about the other one next turn. So let's get rid of you. Can we do it with the Iron Lance? Yeah, pretty safely. Even with an Arc Wind Tone. Just like no threat to me at all. By the way, when Aether procs or Astra or anything like that, you actually still only use 1 weapon charge for anyone who's wondering about that. Skills that allow you to multi-hit, they still only use one weapon charge, which is kind of cool. A lot of overlapping ranges here, but I think I can pull these two guys over and enemy phase them. Yes, I can. So I'm going to do that. You want to use the parallel falchion whenever possible because it just saves you money. It's basically just a free silver sword that never breaks. Ooh, be very careful. Do not accidentally end turn. Alright, I have to be a little bit worried about the enemies coming at me from multiple directions now. You think I'm a boomer? I'm not a boomer, but I'm a millennial. I'm one of the people who was born at a very specific period in time where I was alive before the internet was like a widespread thing that existed, or before like everyone had computers in their homes. But however, like because of my exact age, it just ended up being a case that right when like, you know, widespread internet access and like widespread computer usage became a thing, I was in my most developmental years. So I both know what the world was like without computers, but I'm also someone who is very like well versed and like very familiar with computers and like using them effectively. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I wanted to check what my damage was. It was not very good. That is bad. I might need to rescue you. That was a huge misclick. That was a terrible. And this character also has physic as well. What if I run over here? Well, I have to do something about this guy too. Yeah. Did I trigger Gale Force already this turn? I think I did. I can't even remember. I mean, if we're gonna survive, we definitely have to get rid of this guy. Because there's no way we're also taking a killing edge on top of all of this pressure. Let's try this. Because this person doesn't threaten you. So go here. Get rid of him. Now, if Gale Force triggers, we're in a good spot. If it doesn't, then we're still probably fine. Now we just need someone to get rid of you, and then we need to rescue them back to safety. Don't like that. Do not like that. Cannot double. Where's Lonk? Okay, Lonk can hit him pretty hard. Maybe get rid of him if I proc lethality or a dual strike or a crit or something. Nope. Left him alive on 1 HP. Perfect. That is fantastic. That is phenomenal. That is perfect. And look, if I had my Noe pair up, I could have killed him. Alright, so... there's a lot of pressure here. It's actually basically just this guy with Guy Bold. Okay. Do I have someone who has like a 2-range weapon that I can put in that square? Sort of. It would be a Wayne. That doesn't really work. Morgan sort of could work, but she's just so far away. I'm also really down on rescue stabs. In fact, I only have 2 rescue stabs. So I have to use them very efficiently. I also can no longer attack with these characters. That was very smart of me. This is defense 18. What's your attack? 26. Does he have advantage? No. There you go. Problem solved. And we got experience on that somehow. I think one thing I'm really good at, and especially because I spend so much time doing like team-based play and team-based strategies, I think I'm really very strong when it comes to finding ways to train bad units. Like if there's one skill that I have, it's finding training opportunities for even like under-leveled bad units. And you come here. Now we technically have another rescue if we wanted it. or at the very least, we just unpair these characters. Okay, can we take Guybold? I think we can. What does he have? 53 attack. We have plenty of HP and defense. Sure, why not? I never really intended to train Severa, but I guess we can train her now. Alright, now you two need to unpair so you can do stuff next turn. Alright, we should be fine this turn. I don't think we're at really any risk. You buffoon. The only annoying thing there is that I didn't get any experience from that kill. Alright, now we need to clear some enemies in the center to make sure that our characters have safe places to stand. Those are going to be these 4 enemies. Sorry, I cannot kill any of them, so we're not going to use her for this. What we will do is something like this. So Thoron. I might even be able to... No, I need to use her for this because she's the furthest away. One-shot you. Now, whoever kills this mage can just stand in that spot and be fine. I don't like my prospects there. What about this? This is fine, I'll just get some chip damage on them, if I even hit. Okay. You can be taken out by this pair. And then now, because they triggered Gale Force, now they can just reposition as needed. Lonku is the go. Yeah, Lonku has been really impressive this run. We have a Beast Killer, I think. 34. I don't know if I can get an extra 5 damage easily. We probably only get like 3 damage from Lonku. Oh, 7. Does Assassin give strength? I didn't... For some reason, I totally forgot that Assassin actually gives strength. So we can one-shot here. Nice level up. I would love for not to get one of those at some point in time. I'm going to dance for you too, because I'm seeing that I'm going to have plenty of actions. I want to see if she can get a kill here. She can definitely get an attack, but I would have to minimize their crit chance, which I don't like. What if I get their health low, and then let her pick up the kill? Would that work? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Chrom can just pick up this kill. The awesome thing about Emmeryn is she's like basically as good as fully trained at this point. We don't really need to train her anymore. We cannot take this crit. I need you to one-shot them. Anything good? A resistance tonic? No. Is that a one-use resist? That wasn't even a 5 charge. That was a one-use resistance tonic. My God, what a waste. Tiki. Looks like we can take her. Everyone, get over here. And you two split up. Nice crit. Alright, I don't think we're picking apart this entire group in a single phase, but maybe we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, basically only 4. Actually, there's really only 4 enemies, because 2 of them are staff users. And if we do that, then we don't need to worry about these characters until a future turn. So maybe we can actually make this work. So first of all, can Chrom take you out? He can fight you safely, I like that. That makes the best possible use of Chrom's action. Then we dance for him. So even if we failed to get that kill, we would have just left an enemy alive on low HP, which would have been nice too, in its own way. I think I see Lonku attacking here. Yeah, this is great. That gets rid of the Noble Rapier. Now we really only have 2 enemies to deal with. Deirdre and Garneth. Can you take Garneth? 45 damage. Yeah, you'll be fine. Even if Vengeance procs, he'll be fine. Now... beautifully done. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. If we keep these staff users alive, we can feed a lot of experience to Na. And I do like the idea of doing that, because she needs it badly. And I can start building her support with Owain as well. Can these two reach anybody this turn? They can reach Malice. Can they kill Malice? Yeah, they can go. They can definitely kill Malice. They can kill Malice, without a doubt. Oh. Oh, that's my phone. I sent a text to my landlord about the people talking in the hall, because I've talked to him about it before as well. And he said, just let me know whenever people are talking out in the hall. Let me text him back really quick, sorry. Alright. If you don't want Emmeryn to fight, she can always be a stat bot. Yeah, she is literally... she is better than Libra and Anna. Her only downside is she supports with even fewer characters. Like, Libra is good. Anna is good. Anna doesn't support with as many characters, but you can still make her work. But then... Emmeryn supports with even fewer characters, which makes her even harder to use. Alright, can we get this guy with the Beast Killer? Not in a way that I'm very comfortable with. Well, we would take 44 damage. The problem is if we crit him and we don't kill him, that's going to cause severe issues. Do we have a staff user still available? No, both of our staff users have acted. Okay, we have to be very careful about what we do here. Whatever action we take, we have to be able to guarantee a kill. I'm not sure if Vengeance kills us here. I guess we're gonna find out the hard way. Okay, even better. We just proc Aether. We don't have to worry about it. Okay, you two fly back to safety. And Morgan, I guess we want you over here on this side. And these two as well. Oh, Marth actually went over the water. That's so funny. He does have water walking. Alright, so you pair up with you, and you start chipping these guys. In fact, if we do this right, we can actually hit them a bunch of times while they continue to heal each other. So they're starting to build their supports, which is good because we want them to support, and Na is gaining experience, which is good because she badly needs experience. While we do that, let's see about removing enemies who have like overlapping ranges, or would just otherwise be annoying. I can one-shot you, so you're not going to cause any problems. Lucina should be able to get rid of you. Yeah, so the good thing about this Lucina and Cynthia pairing, honestly, they're still definitely not optimal characters, and it was a huge struggle training them early on, but I will say that now that they're fully trained, they're at least good enough to be usable. They're definitely not optimized builds, but they are good enough to be usable, which is pretty important. Luna with 51 damage. The big problem is honestly the speed. I think Lonk takes it always. Yeah, Lonk takes it. Lonk versus Marth. You got it. It's Lonk. Lonk always wins. Alright, you go over here. I'll try to get these two over here for next turn. Same with these two. I feel like I have to use the bathroom again. Not that much time has passed. I guess we'll use Olivia for this. Alright, we should be fine here. Even if Luna procs, I think we're fine. Dual Guard is even better. Another lethality proc, let's go. Dude, I love lethality. I think lethality is very underrated. Yeah, see, these two are going to continue to heal each other, which means we can actually just get, like, infinite free experience, or at least, like, a good amount of free experience, or maybe not. No, we just killed them too fast, but it's fine. We're gaining levels, we're getting sword rank. Finally, a strength level up, too. Beautiful. Alright, honestly, I could definitely see Morgan getting some experience here. Where is she? So pair up with your mother? No, we want you to be able to double. That won't be fast enough. Okay, so pair up with your mother in case you can one-shot. And if not, you'll still get some experience. Nice. And I think I might be able to get her to fight this general as well. Now here's a question. Who is Morgan going to eventually pair up with? I think we should think about building a support partner for Morgan next. Or maybe Cynthia or Lucina. Like, figure out who Cynthia and Lucina are eventually going to pair with. So we need partners for Cynthia, Lucina, Morgan, and to a lesser extent, Noir and Severa. I think these two work fine together. They're good enough, but we might eventually be able to get partners for them. Okay, what does your combat look like against this guy? Probably not good, but I think we can player phase him. So I think we'll be fine. I do have plans tonight, guys, by the way. I'm looking at the clock right now and thinking how long I can make this stream. I wanted to showcase at least one more good DLC chapter, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Especially with how long it takes to prep, like our inventory and everything. Okay, we should be able to get some more experience here. Can I have Brady attack without killing? Yes, in fact. We take 34 damage, that's fine. That's another support point for this group and some chip experience for Owain. Sorry, Owain. I've called him Brady like 20 times just within the last 2 streams. It's almost unbelievable how much I keep calling him Brady. Alright, you... put your parents next to you. Yeah. Well, no, he has a vengeance. This is bad. Okay, hold on. I can still do this. That does not help as much as how I thought it would. I might need to let someone else just pick up this kill. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let Noe do this. Oh, hold on a second. He has Aegis Plus. Ooh, this is kind of gross. Maybe Emery can take it. I need someone who can one-shot him. I can't risk taking vengeance. Procs. Can I? No, there's no way. There's no way she can take a hit for vengeance. If I can get her damage up to 36, maybe I can make something work. How would I do that? I would rally for her. Now she's dealing 30, but I can't make her damage go any higher though, so that was a waste. It was a waste of a rally. Oh, what about I just have Saria do it? Of course. Yeah, we're gonna have to give it to her because there's no one else who can safely attack this guy anymore. It's Hardin. He's kind of a beast.
Right.
Cynthia does have Gale Force and Lance Fire. Yeah, that's true. I would have liked to pass down like Strength +2 or something, but I mean that we're losing 2 points of damage. Oh, I forgot to recruit Salif, but it's not a big deal. I'm not going to use him anyway. And from here we get Paragon. We can use Paragon to make one of our characters more easy to train. I'm thinking the most likely target is Na, especially because she's going to have an empty skill slot for a very long time. There you go. We also got a good support conversation. Surprisingly, she didn't get any support with Owain yet, but she did get with Long Ku. We'll read this conversation when I get back. I have to use the bathroom again. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Alright, I'm back. Sir Winston, you're recommending Morgan to pair with Laurent. That's a really good idea, yeah. Because we're already using Owain for Na, I think Laurent with Morgan would be really awesome. That's a really good call. And we can give him Magic +2 and Tome Fair as well, for dual striking purposes. Cynthia has Gale Force and Lance Fair. Good stats. Martha's Jesus confirmed. I did some really good Jesus and Naruto water walking memes in my water walking video if you haven't seen it. All the memes are like right at the beginning of the video, so you can see them. Just click on the video, you'll see it's got like Naruto running on water and like Jesus walking on water. And I'm talking about Robin. It's water walking in the first chapter of the game. Yeah, Assassin does give strength. I don't know why I always forget that it gives strength. It's actually one of the good things about it. One of the many good things about it. Yeah, I have a tabletop thing planned for tonight, and I need time to actually have lunch or something and get ready, so I can't stream like all day long today. Especially because if I do, then I'll be exhausted and I won't be able to stay up. And I have to DM too. When you're the DM, it takes a lot of energy. Father, I've cornered you at last. It's time we finished our conversation. Nah, I'm not getting into any more detail about why I chose your mother. That's final. Aw, why not? A daughter simply must know how her parents fell in love. You don't understand how a woman's heart works. You're so cruel.
What?
Aren't you a little young to be worrying about a woman's heart?
Trust me.
Did you just mention my age? Gods, forget what I said. It's a wonder any woman deigned to choose you. Nah, I know what you're trying to do here, but don't forget, I am your father. If you keep this up, you're going to make me very upset. Sorry, Father. I didn't mean to make you angry, I swear.
No.
Alright, I appreciate the apology.
Oh.
I've been selfish and unreasonable. Please find it in yourself to forgive me. Yes, of course, but I guess I've wasted enough of your time. I'll just be going now. Wait. Yes?
No.
You seem so crestfallen. Are you alright? I suppose I'll just have to deal with the crushing disappointment, won't I? I mean, if my father is going to become so angry over a simple, innocent question. Yes, well, it's just... No, you don't have to explain. I'm used to dealing with hardships. Being spurned by my own father is just another drop in my bucket of torment. Hardly worth mentioning at all, truly. Anyway, have a nice day. Hold on. Is this really what I have to look forward to for the next decade? She's a master manipulator. She immediately saw that like teasing him wouldn't work, and so instead she just tried like guilting him. She what? She's basically gaslighting him. Noe's support with Frederick is surprisingly cute. Na also looks good with Fred's shade of hair. I mean, I think Lonku and Frederick passed down the same hair. I could be wrong though. Lonku's power level is so high. Honestly, no wonder he's afraid of women. Now he has to deal with a teenage daughter. Alright, yeah. So if I'm gonna do another chapter, the next one is Smash Brethren 2, where you can get the wedding bouquet. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do Smash 2. Let's get the wedding bouquet. Actually, well, I don't know. We did 3 chapters today, but Rogues and Redeemers 3 is going to be pretty tough. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Okay, so let's do... I'm just thinking. So, for the next stream, we could do Wedding Bouquet and Iote's Shield. And then we can worry about getting a Limit Breaker later on. So it might be better to just end here anyway, and that gives me time, like I said, to go get lunch and do other things that I have to do. Fred is more of a dark brown, while Lonku is more jet black. Oh, really? I didn't know there was a difference. I believe you. It's not something I normally pay attention to. Like, because the colors are just, like, close enough. Close enough. I'm gonna try to update the... I'm gonna try to get a better chat plugin before the next stream, too. Because I don't love the white chat background. I really like the transparent chat background that we had before. That one was a lot better. Doodlebug 4. Welcome to the stream. 7070. Yeah, I'd like to get a better chat plugin before the next time. I think a transparent background is a lot better than the white background. And when I tried to make this one transparent, it kept the text color as black. And so, as a result, here we go. There's someone named Akira Okiba who's streaming. Path of Radiance. Hopefully no increasingly annoying maps ahead. Maybe it's their first playthrough or something. I've never heard of them before, so let's give them a raid. What is this? This is a chat plugin. It doesn't even update properly. I don't know what you mean by it doesn't update properly. I completely stopped using Streamlabs, Kuro, and I'm using OBS now, and so I had to completely rebuild my entire stream setup from the ground up. But it was worth it because the stream is running a lot better now, and there was other problems I was having, like when I was trying to record gameplay footage, it kept converting it, so Streamlabs kept converting the gameplay footage to like 450 by 850 resolution, which is just like insane. Like that's never what anyone would ever want their resolution to be. So, and there was no way to fix it. Like I kept changing it and it would just keep spitting it out at the wrong resolution no matter what. So switching to OBS is going to allow me to stream at a higher quality without having constant stream interruptions and frame drops, and it's going to allow me to record better footage for my edited videos, like my Demon Bluff videos and my other challenge run videos that I'm working on in the background. The only downside is that I had to rebuild my streaming setup from the beginning. So right now I actually only have one scene, and it's this scene right here that you're looking at, where I also need to fix it. I need to get better. I mean, this chat window's fine, but I like the transparent one better. And then I'm going to have to make new scenes for all of the other stuff that I normally do. Like I'm just going to have to remake those scenes whenever I get around to it. Like next time I stream Wizardry, I'll remake the Wizardry stream setup. Next time I do a Demon Bluff video, I'll just make a new setup for that, which that one's actually pretty easy. It's just the game window. Nog gets General and Cavalier trees from Frederick as a dad. Getting Luna, Pavis, and Aegis. You can also get Life Taker from Dark Knight. That's pretty funny. I honestly think one of the best things that Nog can do is she can get one of the highest resistances of any character in the game. There's almost nobody who can get as high resistance as she can. Although there are some caveats to that. It has to do with specifically kind of a restriction that I'm putting on myself on the challenge that I'm currently working on. If I could use If I could use Maribel or Lisa, it might be possible to get Brady or Owain with a higher resistance, but I'm not sure because Na's resistance and Noe's resistance are both very good. And what's really interesting actually is that if you look at, so I'm going to go to the stat modifiers page because I want to show you guys something. So if you guys want to look at this, so the current plugin is not showing some of the chat messages sometimes. I got it. Well, I'm gonna get a new one anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, this is the page I'm looking at on Seren's Forest. It has all the stat modifiers, and one thing you're gonna notice is that there's like no male characters that have a positive resistance stat. Libra is the only one. Libra is the only potential father who has a positive resistance modifier. So if you're making a resistance tank, Libra has to be the father. Then the mother is basically either Maribel or Noe, and that's it. So the only Generation 2 characters who can have like a truly like maximized like highest potential resistance stats are Brady and Na. And the way the mods work, you want the character to, like, if you're building a resistance tank, it's probably because you want them to be a mixed tank, and in that case you want them to have good defense as well. And Maribel has -3 defense where Noe has +3 defense, so Na has basically tied for the best resistance in the game, on top of the fact that she has 6 more defense than Brady has, so she's a lot more tanky. Now granted, having said that, I think Owain can get res +2, and I think Na cannot get Brady can get res +2, and I think Noe and Na cannot get res +2, but they might be able to get it from Libra's class inheritance. Let me check, because he passes down like he might pass down a class that gets converted to Valkyrie. No, he passes down Cleric. So yeah, she can't get res +2. So Brady will have 2 higher resistance if you're building a mixed tank, and Na will have 6 higher defense. Brady will also probably be faster. Yeah, Brady's definitely faster, so that's one advantage he has. He's about 2 points faster. Yeah, plus res Robin is always the choice, for sure. I mean, if you're discussing the viability of different units, you have to discuss like those units within comparison to each other, and you don't really count Robin as part of the discussion, because every single question that you could possibly ask, the answer is if you give Robin the right Bane and Boon, then Robin is the best character for that role. Like, that's just the answer to every single question. So obviously, like, when I'm talking about comparing like this unit versus that unit, I'm not counting Robin in the discussion, because otherwise the answer is always it's Robin. Owain and Brady can get res +10 with DLC cheese. I don't think you can inherit DLC skills. I don't think you can pass them down. What is the best class for mixed tanks? I'm thinking of using Sorcerer, but I haven't decided yet. There's a couple options. I just closed the page that has all the stat modifiers, so I'm not going to open it back up. Maybe we can chat about it another time. Maybe I'll make a video about it. I'm going to have to talk about it at length when I publish the video anyway. So it's something that's going to come up eventually, but I just don't have the time to talk about it right now. I have a very limited amount of time if I want to actually have a good lunch. So I'm going to have to say goodbye for now, but thank you to everyone who came to the stream. Thanks to all the lurkers. Thanks to everyone who clicked like. Thanks to the chatters. Thank you for voting in the poll. Thanks for supporting me as always. And for the 5 gift memberships that I gave out, thank you. Are welcome to the membership. And for now, enjoy the rest of your day.